Hey everybody, welcome to the training. This is live session number 101, and I got a new headset. So give me one in the chat box if you can hear me and see Google on the screen right now. And is the quality okay on the mic? Is it too low? Squeaky? Good to go? Let me know. Sounds great. A little low? Yeah, I'm having trouble with the volume on it. It's bizarre, but crank up the volume on yours just to make sure. I'm just going to open up my little thing here. It's a Corsair one, and I've never used this kind before, but my Logitech one actually broke, so this is what I got. Just got it yesterday. So I'm going to try and turn this up. It's wireless too. So just bear with me 1 sec, and then we'll dive into the training. This one. It's got a side tone, which is kind of neat. So I can hear myself in the microphone. Anyway, I got it cranked up on my end, but I don't know if that's going to work for you guys or not. So let's go with this. If the audio drops at all, let me know. Close that off. So here's what we're doing. Basically, Facebook Marketplace and a new product, right? That's what I said. So we've got a couple things that we have to consider with this. Number one is, let's go to Marketplace. We're going to list products on here. So you can see what I've been looking at, right? Like a lot of landscape stuff, quite a bit. But we can list a lot of things. You can see I'm also looking at New York, where I'm not in New York, I'm in London. So I'll switch this back to my own location. London, there we go. Ontario. Apply. So now we'll see stuff all around me. And people who are on here too, they can switch the location. So just because I'm in Canada on Marketplace, it doesn't matter. I can still view stuff like around the world. But how does that work for you? How does it work for me? What are we going to do? So there's one thing to explain here. If you are in the US right now, you have a huge advantage over me in Canada because you have two things available to you that I do not. You have the ability to make a listing on Facebook Marketplace, and you have the ability to use the checkout on Facebook in order to sell your item. And then you have the ability as well to ship the item through Facebook. So that's a bonus for you, right? I don't have that, so I have to do it a little bit differently. Anybody who is not in the US right now, you're not going to have what's called the shipping option. And the shipping option is just over here on the side. You'll see a little, when you go to Marketplace in your account, you'll see, it'll say shipping option. And what that does is it allows you to take orders from anywhere in the US and ship them. Now, the one drawback of having the shipping option, if you guys in the US do this, I can't show you that, but it is simple to do. I'm going to show you how to advertise on Marketplace and how to sell things without the shipping option. If you have the shipping option, you have a big leg up. So you will just set that, and then what you're going to have to do is update the sale with the tracking number. That's the only difference between me and you. So usually when, say I'm on here and I'm like, oh, I need some, I don't know, what looks good here? Anything looking good? I was actually looking at this. So this IKEA TV bench. So it's neat. I think it'll fit actually in my office. I'd like to have more of them, but I was looking at this the other day, and so you see the details. There's the title. Message is what you can do. And then down here I can send a message. So in Canada, this is what Marketplace looks like. In the US, you might see a buy now button. And when you click buy now, you'll pay for it. And then you have to enter your shipping information, and then the seller will get your shipping information, and they will have 3 days to update it with the tracking number. Okay, I can't do that here. So this is what Marketplace looks like to me. So you can see it says IKEA TV bench. This is from IKEA. Details, condition, used like new material, wood, brand IKEA. Then this description is what the seller wrote. So the tags are IKEA furniture, TV cabinet, there's the location, there's the seller. So you can see who that is. And if I want to send a message to them, that's my only option to buy this. So I could send this to him and say, I don't know, how old is this? Send. So what I did is I just contacted this guy and I sent him a message, and you can see it popped up, and now he's going to respond right here. This is what we can do with our world of print on demand. Okay, so people are going to send a message and you're going to respond. And in Canada, because I'm selling print on demand products, my response is, yeah, this is awesome. We have it right here. You can buy it right now. And then I can send them a link to the listing on my print on demand supplier. So I have to do it a little bit different, but it does work very well. So step one in this whole process is we need a supplier. So usually I sell a lot of necklaces, I sell a lot of coffee mugs, I sell t-shirts, hoodies, all that good stuff. I'm thinking for this challenge, we're going to do Father's Day. So I want to sell something different. That's what I promised. And this is something that I haven't really got into yet, but it's going to be fantastic. So this is what we're going to sell. I'm just going to go here. We're going to sell hats. Hats. Think of it. When Father's Day comes up, a dad, and I put this in my video too. I'm a dad. I don't want jewelry. I know that you can get like a cross or a dog tag or whatever, and you can wear that. I don't want it. So I know that if my kids found like a hat and it looked pretty cool, I'd probably wear it. So look at this, Father's Day hat, Amazon. So let's go first to Zazzle, which is a place we don't really go very often, but you're thinking, well, how the heck am I going to do a hat? Well, right here, world's best grandpa, grill master, best dad ever. Well, I can't really do that. The man, the myth, the legend. We probably could do that. Dad, a daughter's first love, number one dad, mama is the boss, best dad ever, rock star, best dad ever, world's best grandpa. Do you see what's happening here? We have a lot of ideas that we can do. So what we're going to do is we're going to create hats and we're going to sell them on Facebook Marketplace. Okay. Somebody said, yeah, I actually don't have the buy button in the US. I just have the message also right now anyway. Okay. So don't worry about the buy button. Don't worry about the shipping option because we don't need it. We can just message these people. And I had somebody too contact me and they said, well, can you sell like print on demand on there? I don't think you can. And I went through their commerce policy and I haven't gotten in any trouble right now for selling print on demand. So I'm going to say yes. It is Facebook, so I will put up a warning that we can't control them. People lose ad accounts all the time for no reason. So I'm not going to guarantee that you're going to keep your marketplace account. I don't know what they do. They're Facebook. I just know that we're not doing anything wrong. All right. So step one in this whole process today, what we're going to cover is actually doing some research and putting together our file so that we have some ideas. And then the second thing we're going to do on this call is I'm going to show you a supplier that you're going to use for this. Now, if you have a good hat supplier, go ahead and use them. But I have one I found, and I'm going to walk you through step by step how to set them up and get them up and running. So if you've used Gear Bubble or Shine On or anything like that in the past, this is going to be very easy for you. If you haven't, it might be a little bit more difficult, but we're going to walk you through step by step. And then training session number 2, we're actually going to start listing the items. And then training session number 3, we're going to go through troubleshooting, optimizing, and scaling the whole process. All right. So just so we have a plan of attack here. So today, what we're going to do is create a research folder. And the guys who have been here before, we got a lot of new people, which is awesome. So step 1 is go to Google Sheets. So you can create or an Excel sheet. I use Google Sheets because they're free, they're online. And this is basically going to replace Excel. As far as my business goes, this has already replaced Excel. So we're going to title this spreadsheet. It's a spreadsheet. That's what it is. So we're going to title it. We're going to call it, for me, I'm going to call it challenge number 20, Facebook Marketplace and hats. All right, here we go. So now this one, and what I'll do, I'll share this with you guys in the forums so you can actually make a copy of it so you don't have to repeat any of this. So you can just watch right now. So image, quote, URL, status, notes. And I'll put the link right in the forums. Actually, I can do that in a second. So let's bold that. But you can learn how to do this for future. Actually, I'm going to add a couple, then I'll share it on the forums. So I have my sheet ready to go. And let's go here. So if you saw any of these that look good or caught your eye, then you're going to want to take a screenshot. So I use a program called Snagit, but there are a whole bunch of different free screen capture programs that you can use. And what I'm looking at is just simple stuff too, like this one. I think this is embroidered, but that doesn't matter. So all I'm going to do is launch my capture here. We'll take one. And the research phase is actually pretty fun because we have no limits to what we can do. So I'm going to go here. This is what Snagit the editor looks like. Save as, and then I'm going to create a new folder in my challenges. This will be number 20. Father's Day hats. There we go. And I'll just plop it in there. And then I'll go back to my sheet and I'm going to click on this cell. I'm going to go insert, image, image and cell, browse. D drive challenges. Where'd you go? Right there. I'm going to drag that down. I'm going to drag the column size over. Down again. There we go. So this is just simple. Best dad ever. Then I'll grab that URL. Copy. And then paste special values only. And then status is pending. Notes. Just simple design. Can do a bunch of variations. So when we get to the design, I'll show you some programs that you can use for some text-based designs, which work very well for print on demand. And there's one that I use that I haven't really seen anybody else using. It's an app, but I'll show you guys that. So the thing is, best stat ever, right? This just has some stars around it. This simple design could be used quite easily for how many variations could we do? Like, it's just a matter of how many designs with that quote on it can you do? So you could, it's unlimited, right? So one simple quote, we could make like 50 designs, 50 different designs from one quote, and we could try and sell those 50 designs. Because on Marketplace, right, it's free. We're not paying for traffic at all. So there was a question coming in, Marketplace seems to be local, so it would be difficult to offer international. Not really, no, because your listing might be local, but you're going to send them to your supplier, and you're going to say, hey, this is my supplier, they're in the US, this is the order page for it, go ahead and do it. Shipping might take, 2 weeks, 14 days, maybe a little bit more. I'm here if you need me. So you're basically talking to these people on Messenger. So it's a whole different ball game versus ads, where you're not talking to the people at all. So from a scalability point of view, I mean, you could go as big as you want, but if you're making money, I don't mind chatting to people on Messenger all day. If I'm not making money, I don't want to talk to them. But if I'm not putting any money into ads, which I'm not, then I don't need to. And I'll show you some things too with scaling too, where you can actually boost a post. If you still have a Facebook account, you can boost a post. So once you get a listing on Marketplace that's doing very, very well, and you want to get more eyeballs on it, you can boost it. So then you can start paying. So this is not a typical route for print on demand at all. It's a new one. It's something that nobody's really doing. There are people that do this with drop shipping. And so the way drop shipping works is, say I had, these shelves, say these storage shelves. And say I found a place that has storage shelves for sale, like wholesale. So I could take the order from this person, or sorry, they're sold. If I were selling these, I would apologize for the door. My dog's about to bark too. If I were selling these as drop shipping, then I got kids here. They'll take care of the dog. Can somebody grab her? Thank you. So, I lost my train of thought. Yeah, for drop shipping, if I have a supplier, then I would take the order. They would pay me in Canada. They would pay me through PayPal, and then I would take their shipping address. I would go to the supplier, and I would manually punch that in. So I would do. I'd already been paid, so I'd put the order through the wholesaler, and then I pay the wholesaler, and then the difference between what I received on the order and what I paid out to the wholesaler is my profit. But there is no ads involved. So that's just a little bit different. Let's go back here, get back on track. Okay, let's find more hats right now. And I will take some questions at the end too. So one resource that you can see, I just went to here, Father's Day hats. Zazzle is a great resource, but let's also go to tried and true here. Legend and Legacy, that's actually a good one. Federation Dad, Captain with a name, custom patch, Miami Dolphins. Hopefully that's licensed, otherwise they're going to be in trouble. Here's one, just simple, right? Oh, actually, I like this one too. Dad. So let's take this one. See if it's sold. So when we're on Etsy, one cool part is this is a dad hat. This is very simple, right? No, this is embroidered, but we could do this design. We could do the established whatever, but we don't even need that part. I just like the dad part. If you look on Etsy and you see the reviews are 1,424 for the shop, but there's actually 14 reviews for this item. So that means that 14 people left a review, but with reviews, not everybody who buys it actually leaves a review. So if I assume maybe 5% of people leave a review, that means this hat sold about 280. That's an assumption that 5% leave a review. But usually when people have something nice to say, especially on Etsy, they don't say it. So that's why I'm going with the 5%. So I can assume that this is a winner. So what I want to do is take a note of this. It's just a simple dad design. This one says 2020, but we don't even need that if we don't want it. I mean, it's possible, but then we're narrowing the field a little bit, so we could just do the dad part. So I'll put that in notes. So then I go insert, image, so this is just straight up dad. And then we'll put the URL. URLs are good because when you look, I'll show you in a second, but when you scroll down on these URLs, especially on these platforms, you can find related items. So just the dad part, don't need the established 2020, okay? So when I go back here and I scroll down, you can see related items. So they've got mom, they've got monogram, world's best dad, daddy, another monogram, world's best dad, your text here, dada. That's actually interesting. Dad hat, women want me, fish fear me. Okay, here we go. So now you're like, what corny hat could I get for my dad for Father's Day that he would probably wear and get a kick out of? Holy crap, I think we just hit something gold. Look at this. So 468 reviews on this shop, 200 for this product. Ooh boy. And that's just by scrolling down to the related items. Like 4,000 of these? Dear God. So this one's embroidered, but I don't care. I don't need it to be embroidered. Let's go big. That big? Let's save that. This could be a big winner. And this would be so easy to make as a design. And slap it on a hat and slap it up on the marketplace. And then make some sales. Women want me, fish fear me. Yeah. Let's read the reviews. This is on my head in a tall boy in hand. Sure fits the vibe. Okay. Bought this for my brother's birthday. Really nice quality. Embroidery is solid, really neat. Delivery was pretty speedy considering it was both traveling from overseas and during COVID. Ooh, traveling from overseas. So somebody in the comments said marketplace seems to be local. It would be difficult to offer international. Well, Etsy is doing international. This seller is getting these made overseas, I guess, or the buyer's overseas. I don't know which is which, but don't let borders worry you. This hat was so beautiful. My friend absolutely loved it. Flawless, shipped really quick. My new favorite accessory. So, oh man. This, if you guys aren't, well, I'm doing this one. I haven't seen one with 200 reviews for the item in a while. So funny and cute, really good quality. Also, shipping was super fast. Love it. Got it for my husband. He's an avid fisher, and he said it's hilarious. Looks just like the photos too. Comfy, just the right level of corny for me. There we go. Bingo. All right, let's put this one in our sheet. We might have a winner here already. Well, based on Etsy sales, we do. But we got to make it work with Marketplace and our supplier. And getting our own design made too, which is not a difficult thing. So, women want me, fish, fear me. Then I'll get that URL. And the next thing I'm going to do on that URL, I'm going to scroll down to related, because maybe there's more related items that are looking good. So I'll put 200 reviews for this item on Etsy, means about 4,000 sold. If my estimates are right, they could be wrong, but let's look at the store. Dolce Embroidery. Well, I got 4,393 sales, and it looks like they're pretty much all on that hat. Stiffer rod, better action. Oh my god. Come to Papa. You're fishy. Bite me. Fish naked, show off your rod. Oh my god. The way to do a man's heart is through his fly. Kiss my bass. Work socks and going fishing. And getting any. Fish naked, show off your fish. So, this is very, very good. Meals on Reels. So this might be a, maybe small, but I'm a keeper. This might be a store to follow because they seem to hit on a good one. And they got a bunch of other ones. So what I'm going to show you in a second is how to take, like, not just look for hats, but I'm going to show you one other thing. Let's scroll down. Okay, related items. Whip me, strip me, tie me, fly me. Oh my god. Bigfoot is real. Oh dear god. Eek. Faith over fear. Yeah, see, somebody already copied it. Women want me, fish fear me. Okay. So you get the idea from Etsy. There's a lot that we can go with. There's also Amazon. There's also CafePress, Pinterest, Spreadshirt, Customized Girl, Life is Good. There's also one site here that I'm going to give to you guys. This site, bustedtees.com, they have hats. Check it out. So you're going to want to bookmark this because you could spend a lot of time in here. The only downside of this is I don't know how many sales I got. So if I click on, say, this one, I just want to do that. I'm totally going to make. I don't have any sales numbers. Don't really have any info on that. I guess reviews, but these reviews are mixed, and these are reviews for like the store more than anything. So anyway, so plan B is like a Bitcoin reference, right? I did that one is like Star Wars, Millennium Falcon hats. Now, be careful with that because I know Disney they're happy to sue anybody and everybody. So be very careful. If it's something like this, the dark side, and it's a play on the North Face and Disney, I think you can get away with it. Something like this though, like Imperial officer hats, like pew 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 pew, that might work because that's more of a, I can't remember the word for it, or Callahan Auto Parts. That's from that movie with Chris Farley. Bitcoin. Oh, here's one. Okay, so here's two. So I'll open these two. Just because I would actually wear a hat like this. So I'm going to send this to my kids to get it for me. So, what style do I want? I'm literally going to send this to them. I don't know what color. Well, maybe I'll make one and just buy it. Anyway, so this to me is hilarious. Okay, so let's take that file, save as, save. Then we'll go here, back to the sheet. We'll insert that. So even though this isn't necessarily, Father's Day, it's a hat. It's a hat for a guy. And if the guy's a dad, then there you go. There's your Father's Day gift for him. So I posted two in the group, or was it in the forums? I can't remember. Asking like, what did you buy your dad for Father's Day last year? A lot of people are like, nothing. I was like, oh, okay. Well, here's an idea. And that design would not be difficult to make at all. So I'm gonna grab the URL. Where'd the URL go? Right here. Put that in. And love this hat. I just think it's funny. All right, let's go back here. And then this one. So this is where you're getting into a mix, right? The Dadalorian. You're kind of narrowing it down to the Mandalorian. But I mean, it's a funny hat. Can you get away with that from a Disney lawyer point of view? I don't know. Probably. Let's just save. The beauty of research is you can save whatever you want to your sheet. There's no limit. Insert image and cell. I was going to do a couple more and then I got to move on to the next part. Like I said, I'll share this with you guys. And then the dad. If you guys don't know what that is, it's an awesome show on Disney Plus. I hope they make a new season soon. And then trademark. I'll put that because I don't know. I know Disney's nuts when they love suing people. So be very careful. Here's one, Vandalay Industries. That would be funny too because that's from Seinfeld. And I'll show you coming up when we list these, I'll show you how to take this hat and make it a Father's Day gift. And it's all just in the text, really. But this is something I could sell year round, not just Father's Day. So let's insert that one. And there is another way to copy and paste and insert into these cells. This is just how I do it out of habit. And it's kind of step one in our process is the research, which is always fun. I could research all day. It's just fun to see what's out there and it gets the juices flowing, gets you excited. Let's grab the URL. So for Seinfeld, that's from NBC, but I think you can get away with that because the show's so old. So I'll say I doubt this is trademarked because it was a fake company that George came up with in the show. So I seriously doubt that they did anything with it. But you can see there's like 5 pages of this. Punch it, Chewy. Spelling bee. Oh man. Stupid makes me laugh. I think I would get that just to drive the spelling Nazis crazy. That's good. I'm gonna copy that URL right here. And I'll insert this one. Oh, did I save it? I think I did. Yeah. Yeah, I did. Insert. Browse there. Okay. There. Okay, so I got a bunch in here, but actually right now, before I forget, I'm going to put this into the forums. So if you're ever using Google Sheets and you want to share something, remove the word edit and replace it with copy at the end, and you will be able to. So watch this. So if I go here, this way, oh, I do think I have to turn on the share. So change to anyone with the link. Done. Okay. Now, if I go here, then I'll say research spreadsheet copy inside. Click that link to get a copy of the spreadsheet for your own usage. Make sure you our database for inspiration, motivation. There. Okay, so you guys, if you go to the forums, so you go to the forums, go here, click that. Once it loads, and then click make a copy, and it'll put a copy in your folder for you. So I'm going to leave it at that, but let's go back here. Let's want to see if there was another place that was coming up. Oh yeah, funny. CafePress was the other one. We're just going to visit this real quick. Born to fish. So yeah, here's a bunch. I'm not retired. Fishing is just is a full-time job. There's retired one. Can't fix stupid. Keep calm and move to Canada. Okay. Life is a circus. Got chocolate. RV there yet? My next husband will be normal. Okay. Hold my beer and watch this. Oh my god. Oh my god. I'm not weird. I'm limited edition. I'm not angry. I just have RBF. This legend is 50, 90. I demand a recount. So you can see there are a whole bunch of these, but I'm going to show you something else here too. So we're going to go back to Etsy, and I'm going to go like this, because if you look at something like this quote, and I'm looking for a bestseller. There's a Dandelion. Because I showed you how to research hats, right? But if you find okay, so there's a bestseller. Not crazy about it, but let's see. Oh, 79 reviews. Okay, I'm crazy about it. So watch this. Just so you know, you're not limited to just hats, but you can take these quotes and you can easily put them on a hat. So this quote, my jokes are officially dad jokes, with 79 reviews for the item. Remember, if we assume 5% left one, what? Did I do that right? Divided by. Holy crap. Well, that's nuts. 1,500 sales? Dear God. Okay, so I like it. So let's grab this URL too. So we found a best-selling funny dad shirt and on Etsy. So I'm going to put this in my hat research folder, which you're thinking like, man, you crazy? Why are you doing that? We're doing hats. We're not doing shirts. But it's the quote I'm after. Because that quote I can make a design and I can slap it on a hat. So my jokes are, maybe it's for people who just had a kid. Take this and put it on a hat. There we go. Go back here. See if there's any other bestsellers. Yeah, this one though, I'd be a little worried about trademark stuff. I know it's selling a lot, but it's because it's Avengers. Hey, yeah, it's, I mean, they even use the Avengers logo. When you look at that and you think, you know, 192, so let's do the math again. It's got a buttload of sales. Divided by 0.05. Yeah, it's got a lot of sales, but there's a reason. Main one being there, it's copyright, trademark infringement. So Disney owns Marvel, right? Disney will hunt this down, and they'll hunt this guy down. So yeah, this store has a bunch of sales, but I personally wouldn't do this. Anything Avengers or Disney. Now there's a bunch of other ones in here. Oh, even look at that. You can't do that. Can't do that. This whole store can't do that. You probably could do that. Yeah, this guy's gonna get nailed. That's Minnie Mouse. That's a no-no. That's a no-no. That's a no-no. Don't do Snoopy. Don't do Minnie Mouse ever. Don't do that guy. I can't remember his name, but the child Mando 20. This is the way. Okay. Yeah, this guy is just making a lot of money. But or Sophia is making a lot of money, but she is going to get nailed by Disney, and not in a good way. All right, so it's not a dad bod. Let's look at this one. It's a father figure. That's actually not bad. Oh, 36. So let's look at that. What are we looking at here? 720. That's not bad. Something like that could easily go on a hat too. So this will be, I think this will be the last one we put in the database for now. But you guys, your homework is to fill up your database / spreadsheet with as many as you can find, because then you're going to go back in the next training and we're going to actually make some designs and we're going to upload them. We're going to get them ready for listing and then we're going to list them. So we got a lot of work to do, but it all starts with coming up with ideas. And we're not going to make direct copies. We're just using the quote. It's not a dad bod. So something like that, we could easily put on a hat, or yeah. Now where was that? Right here? Nope, here. And when I copy the URL, I don't copy the whole URL. I just take the part in front of the question mark. I'll go pending. Just because I don't care about the bear holding the beer. Excuse me. All right. Good for that. All right. So now, what supplier are we going to use for this? So I had to find one, and for the dad stuff, there is one guy out there that's got an embroidery hat thing, but you got to pay like a whole bunch of money to get into it. So I haven't used that. The one place I did find is, and I'm going to walk you through creating a new account with them, like right now, is this. So I'll just pull this over here. The one I found that I liked was this Merch King. So go to ppc-coach.com/Merch King. And when you go there, you're going to land on this. Now I'll put this URL in the forums too. But if we go, well, let's go to Merch King without first. I'll just type it in. You can go direct. If you go through my link, I get a referral fee. If you don't, I don't. So I don't care which way you go. It's no skin off your back either way. Let's just go merchking.com. If you don't want to use my link, don't use it. Just go here. So you'll see what they got. They have shoes too. So here, let's look at their products. Now I thought of jigsaw puzzles as well. Those are very cool. Like what I had to do was find a company that offered things that I hadn't really sold before, and that didn't interfere with like my gear bubble stuff or my shine on stuff. Just expanding the print on demand world. So if you look at this, I mean, I could have done a whole challenge on jigsaw puzzles, or I could have done one on grocery bags, or a wooden jigsaw puzzle. Well, that's just horizontal and vertical. Look at this: laundry basket, bandanas, hampers, face coverings, one mask and two filters, face covering, a whole bunch of face covering, large leather tote. Not quite sure that would work for Father's Day. Small leather tote, probably not, eh? Shoulder bag, no. Saddle bag, well, choice Behar, where's that? Cloth totes, no. Tumbler would work, that would work. But look at this, they got shoes, high tops, low tops, sneakers, boots. The only thing I don't like about shoes is the sizing issues. Same with t-shirts. The only thing I don't like about t-shirts is the sizing issues, because people will always buy, there's a lot of returns, right? Because they buy the wrong size. And it's not that, like, it seems like every company makes the size a little bit different. So I think you could definitely sell shoes, and you could put funny stuff on shoes or funny patterns or whatever you want. I mean, Nike does it, but the shoe business, the t-shirt business, it's just one that involves so many returns that I don't want to deal with it, especially if I'm selling on Marketplace where they do have like a direct contact to me. I don't want to deal with a return. So that's why I went with something that it's kind of like one size fits all. And if it doesn't fit, too bad. But look at this. They got twin size beds, bedding, pillowcases, queen, king, quilts, blankets, umbrellas, hanging shelf, auto shades, mesh, knit sneakers, car covers. I don't even know what a boho bag is, but whatever. Chunky sneakers, boots. So they do a lot of footwear. And then these blankets, leggings. These are cool too. I think like a garden flag or a house flag, I think there's a lot of potential here for Father's Day, and basically year round too. But for Father's Day, you could put a funny like quote from a t-shirt or quote from a hat on one of these garden flags or house flags, and you could give it to dad. And I know that, like, I've got a trailer, like a seasonal trailer that we go to in the summer. And I know if I had like a garden flag that had some funny thing on it, I'd probably stick it in the garden out front, just because why not? Make people laugh. But here we go. Now we're getting into travel bags, boots, classic hats. We got classic. We got mesh back. We got snapback. We got trucker hats. We got 5-panel hats. I don't even know what that is, but we got bucket hats. So for fishing, bucket hats are pretty cool. This is why I like this, because they have like 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 options for hats. Now, which one you use is up to you, but I'm sure meshback works very well. These bucket hats, I think if you're talking like fishing or even like driving on a jet ski or that kind of thing, this hat gives you more coverage for like the back of your neck to keep the sun off it. So it's probably a good one. Mailbox covers, we got hydro tracking, stair stickers, mouse pads. They're doing a whole ton of stuff, but I found this company because I like the hats, and I like this. You get your own domain. So we kind of have to now. I mean, all the print on demand companies, the platforms, you have to have your own domain. Otherwise, you're not going to be able to use Facebook ads ever. But this is cool because you can register your first. It's $15 to register, but you're going to need one anyway. So you might as well get it out of the way. The reason I'm in print on demand is right here. They handle the customer service, so we don't have to. They do the payment processing, so we don't have to. They pay out with PayPal and Payoneer. Perfect. I use PayPal for Gear Bubble and Shine On. quality shoes with express delivery. Take care of, now that's shoes. Your fulfillment, make sure your customers get high quality footwear with express international delivery 10 to 15 days after purchase. Will love your brand so much they'll come back and buy again and again. This too, the one-click upsells and downsells is something that's very cool. There aren't really platforms that give you a lot of control on this. Well, they'll give you an upsell, but they won't really give you a downsell. And a downsell just means like, you know, buy this, I don't know, tumbler with the same logo on it at full price. And then the person says no. So the downsell is, okay, how about 10% off? Will you take that? And then the person says yes. So there's an upsell of a tumbler at full price. The downsell is a tumbler at 10% off. So this makes a lot more sense to me. So get ready. You know, I'm ready to start selling now. Oh yeah, I'm ready. So when you go in there, when you create your account, you can't really even launch anything. So I created a new one here, but you can't launch anything until you actually buy a domain. So what I'm going to do right now with you is I'm going to buy a domain because I know the question is going to be, what domain do I buy? Now, I don't want you to buy something like Will's Fishing Hat Shop because that's way too narrow. We don't want that. With a domain, we want to go broad and we want to create a brand. So it could be Julio's Gift Shop, like that's fine, or Barb's Gift Corner, that's fine. Anything, it doesn't have to have the word gift in it either. It could just be a brand name, that would be fine. But go generic, go broad, so that within this domain and our store that they create on this for free, we can sell whatever we want in whatever niche that we want to be in. So for me, I thought, you know, I like to have the word gift in it, although it doesn't matter. You can just go like this. I'm sure this is gone. We just click check. Yeah. So what about this? Oh, look at that. So wow, this is awesome.com. I'm gonna buy it. So let's enter my email, and I'm gonna move this over to my other screen for a second, just because for privacy, you know. I'm gonna fill this in, so I'm putting in my email, putting in my name, putting in my street, putting in my city, and my postal code, the zip code in the US, and I'm gonna hit payment. And now here's where I'm at. Pay $14.99, so I gotta pay that. So I'm definitely gonna move my, hope you guys can't see my credit card. If you can, I'm in trouble. Punch this in, and then expiry, and then CVC code, and pay. Processing. Just going to leave it on the other screen for 1 second. Okay. So this is what you're going to get. Thank you for purchasing your brand new domain. Take 2 hours for it to become active. In some cases, your domain can become active within 24 to 48 hours. In the meantime, you can create campaigns by uploading designs, edit site details, choose the right banner for your site, and explore the platform. Important, please check your email, which you've used for domain registration. If you receive immediate verification required email within the next few minutes, please click the verification link in that email to complete domain registration. If you don't finish the requested verification within the next 15 calendar days, your domain and site will be suspended until you verify it. If you don't receive email verification within the next few minutes, then the verification isn't required for your email and address. Okay. There we go. So now we're in. That's our domain. So you guys can't take that on me. It's a dumb domain, and I spelt it wrong too. Oh man, no wonder that was available. I spelt it wrong. Urgh. Oh well, this is not my real store anyway. So good learning teachable moment. Check your spelling. I'm horrible for spelling, and I did it again. Just noticed now. Maybe awesome is like a play on words. There you go. Wow, this is spelt wrong. I told you, maybe I should make that spelling bee champ shirt. Or one. Okay, so logo. We can do a logo. We can use Canva. We can do a favicon. That's very easy to do. I can show you how to do this stuff in the next training. I can show you this part if you want. But a logo, I mean, they give you the height, 500 by 125. You can convert a logo into this using online converters. And a banner image, 1140 by 300. I would use Canva for the logo and the favicon and the banner. Storefront campaigns. Some campaigns will be shown on the storefront. I don't have any yet. So here's where we get into some Facebook stuff. The new Facebook pixel, domain verification code. So you know how you have to verify your domain in your Facebook account now, and they give you a little piece of code. Plug it in there, and that'll verify it. Custom script, Google Tag ID Manager, so that's cool. SSL, you can get that if you want. Enable shipping insurance on checkout. That's good to have. Cross sells. Enable related products on product page. Enable related products on checkout. Enable related products on thank you page. So you can turn that on or off, whatever you want to do. Ban traffic from countries. This is a good idea. There might be countries that you just do not want to sell to. So the first one that I'm going to put in that I know I don't want to sell to, because I've had nothing but issues with this, is these dudes. I just don't want to sell there. I've never had good luck with Nigeria, and nothing against Nigeria besides I've never had good luck with it, but they just stink for me. So I actually have, if you guys remind me, I have a list of, I think it's 48 countries that I have on an exclusion list for my Google ads. Sometimes I go worldwide and I'll just exclude 48 countries. So I think I'll share that with you guys and we'll just ban it here. So if you're saying ban traffic from countries, so if you only want to sell in the US, you could ban traffic from like every other country, really. If you don't want to sell overseas, ban the countries overseas so that you're not selling to them. So even if they try to buy, they can't. This could protect your marketplace account too. Because if we have people, like say you only want to focus on North America, maybe you don't even want Canada. Maybe you don't want any of that. You don't want to deal with anything except the US, then just ban all the other countries. And then the email, well, looks like they give you an email too. Support at, wow, this is awesome. Spell wrong. Compliments me. So there's your site stuff. Then you got campaigns you can launch, which we'll go into in detail. And it looks like I can create more than one site if I want. We got orders, which is cool. So you got the order number, customer, campaign name, product, site, profit, status, created. And I'm wondering, I think the tracking number goes in there too. Pretty sure. Customers, there's your customers. So you could download your customers and you could put them into an email program as well. Discounts. There you go, create a discount code. Your team, if you have virtual assistants, you can add them. Payouts, config payout. So you're gonna wanna do that. That's my PayPal, so I'll just save that. And then affiliates, so you can send people here too, if you want. But anyway, super simple to use, really easy. And then the store itself, well, I mean, we have to actually launch campaigns on the store. And then we'll send people there from Facebook Marketplace to buy it. So it's kind of it's a very neat way to not be paying for any ads. But at the same time, there's an upside and downside to every single business model we do. From a scalability point of view, we're going to be the bottleneck in this case, just because we do have to respond to people on Facebook. But we're not paying for ads. So that's the kind of the trade-off that we have to do. So maybe what I like for this is there's a lot of potential, a lot of money to be made. Not having ads is wonderful. Having somebody else do the customer service for me and me kind of acting as the in-between is fine. So if I get a customer who's like, I ordered, where's my order? Well, what's going on? Then I'll say, oh, just let me check with the supplier. And then I'll go to the supplier and then I'll check. then I'll report back to them. So it's kind of like Shopify in that way, same thing. So it's a neat, interesting twist on something that we've never done before. As print-on-demand sellers, really, nobody really sells on the marketplace. There's drop shippers on the marketplace already, but we're not there. So I'm going to take some questions here. Oh boy. Okay, I'll take some questions and we'll close it off. But you don't like customer service? No, I do not like customer service. You're right. I hate it. But that's what I'm saying. It's a trade-off. It's a huge trade-off. So with dealing with the company and a print-on-demand platform, I am going to kind of pass it off to the print-on-demand platform too, while keeping the customer happy. So I kind of feel like it's hybrid customer service in this case. It's not as bad as like a Shopify store where you're the man, or a woman, you're on the hook. Another comment, I'm in California and see a lot of ads I see in Marketplace are drop shippers. Yeah, drop shippers are hitting it pretty hard. Is there a print-on-demand embroidery platform? There is, and I can't remember the name off the top of my head. And it does cost a good chunk of change to get into it. Might be worth it though. Auto shades, yes. Garden flag on Facebook Marketplace, yes. Right? Like, look at my marketplace right now, because I've been looking for landscaping stuff. So if I go to Marketplace, oh, he responded. 4 months old. Okay. I wish I were a little bit bigger. I might buy it. Anyway, yeah, imagine, so you load this up and you're like, oh, there's a funny saying on a garden flag. That's pretty cool, right? Like, I love that. Overseas companies, shipping times. Shipping times are the same as any other platform. But no, they're not overseas. They're in the US. Let me triple check that. I'm positive Merch King is in the US. Bucket hat for golf, exactly. So yeah, just real quick. Doesn't even have to be a shirt. Most 20 golf quotes. Well, I wanted funny. Well, let's go like this. There's one I'm looking for. I tap that. Oh my God. You could put that on a hat. This one too. I used to make a bunch of these when I sold t-shirts on Teespring. World's okayest golfer. There's a hat right there. And like a bucket hat for golf. Put that on it. There you go. Can I add Merch King items to my GB Pro store? You know what? That is a good question. I'm gonna have to get back to you on that. I'm not 100%. For GB Pro, I'm pretty sure you can add whatever you want to the store. But let me double check that. Wow, Merch King is expensive for an annual fee after one, $29.99. Is that expensive though? 30 bucks for a year? I don't know. I think that's pretty cheap, personally. But I mean, to each his own. Not everything in life is free, right? So we gotta pay for some stuff. It sucks, but that's the way she goes. Would love to port my own domain over. I don't believe we can through their system. But you could, if you have like bobsgiftshop.com and you want to do this, you could put maybe a hyphenated one, bob-gift-shop.com. So it looks the same, but it's not the same. Your daughter getting you a wow, is that awesome hat for Father's Day? Yes, they are. I exclude every country except Canada and the UK. Except USA, Canada, UK. Yep, good idea. I can use Gear Bubble if I want though, Will, right? Yes, you can. You're about to explain why someone would want to do business with the country. What is the reason? The reason well, mainly shipping times, right? Overseas. If you're shipping from the US to overseas, it takes a while. So let's say you sell to somebody in, I don't know, Iraq, or I don't know, Israel, or pick a country like New Zealand. Let's use New Zealand. So you're selling from the US to New Zealand, and the shipping time on that is going to be insane. So your customer might be getting annoyed that it's taking so long for them to get the product. Whereas if you're selling to somebody in the US and the supplier is in the US, the shipping time is going to be a fraction of what it takes to go overseas. Even from the US to Canada, we have longer shipping times because it takes longer to cross the border, and then it's just further. So the further the distance, the more issues you're going to have. Would you use your regular FB account to post the items or use a backup one? Yeah, I'm using my regular because I haven't run into any issues. But like I said, the caveat is this: it's Facebook, so I can't guarantee that people won't get a marketplace account banned. Will they ban your profile? I doubt it. Like same with ads, right? They'll restrict your profile or they'll ban your ad account, but you can still use Facebook. So every time, 9-10 times I've been banned on Facebook ads, I could still use my profile. There was only one time where they requested like an ID that I couldn't use Facebook as my profile for like 7 days while they verified it. So it is Facebook, so I can't really say if, it's a risk. Everything's a risk in life. I could walk out my door, go get a coffee, get hit by a car today. I mean, knock on wood, that doesn't happen, but everything's a risk. What if we have the shipping option? How do we send them to the POD store? Okay, so I'm going to cover this in the next one, but if you have the shipping option, you don't have to send them to the store. So in that case, you're going to get their name, their address, you're going to have a payment pending in Facebook. So what you're going to do is take that information, you're going to go to your store, you're going to buy it, but for the mailing address, the shipping address, you're going to put their address. So billing address is you, shipping address is them, okay? So if you have that, you're actually going to you have an advantage over me because I do not have that. How will it work for US sellers? If they use the Pay Now button, we'll be able to get tracking numbers in 3 days. So for US sellers, like I said, you have an advantage, huge advantage over me, because you're going to get their name and their address. You're going to go to, in this case, your store, and you're just going to put the order in, but you're going to use the mailing address as their address. Also, when you do that, set your pricing on your products as low as possible if you're planning on like drop shipping from Merch King, which is what you'd be doing. So you would go to your sales page on Merch King, you'd order it, and then you just change the mailing address to them. Now, for tracking numbers within 3 days, yes, if you don't have the tracking number in 3 days, you're going to have issues. There is a workaround for that I know of that I will teach if you guys need it. Okay, I don't want to confuse a bunch of people right now, but you may or may not need it. So I'm hoping you don't need it at all. So for me, I don't need the tracking number because I don't have it. Can you sell on an American Facebook marketplace if you're outside of America? Yes, you can change your listing location. I've done that. It does seem to take a while to get some views, but it does work. Okay, so I'm in Canada, so I like to list in like, where do I have it? New York, which is huge. So I'll list there because there's like millions and millions of people, or Los Angeles, or a bunch of cities in Texas and a bunch of cities in Florida, because I know a lot of people buy from there. That's one route, to take the big cities and target them. The other route is go the opposite, take the small cities where there's not as much competition for listings and list there. So it just depends on what you want to do. Any asshole can hit a second shot. Lee Trevino, I think, nice. I just paid $20 to renew a website at GoDaddy. Okay. I have like 110 domains at GoDaddy that hit renewal like pretty much every 3 days or something. I get a renewal coming in. This is awesome training. Thank you, my friend. Customs can be an issue too. Yes, true. Customs can when you're selling international. I know I've sold necklaces to people in the UK, and some of them say, oh, I had to pay a customs fee, and others say, no, there's no custom fee at all. Even here, when I order a necklace, so I'll get a good seller and I'll order it because I want to shoot a video of it. And if it's coming from like Kansas to here, there's once, I think I had to pay an import fee before they'd release it at the border. and the other like 9 that I got, I didn't have one. So I don't know how they randomly pick which ones they want to put a duty on. Are the prices they show including shipping, or is that extra? It's extra. What do you think the cost of ads will be? So we don't need ads for this. Number one, the cost of ads is kind of like a boosted post, but it's a boosted marketplace post. So the cost of that is whatever you set it to. So if you want to spend $5,000 a day on boosting a marketplace listing, go for it. If you want to spend 5, go for it. So there is no, there's no definitive answer. It's how much do you want to spend. The inventory is there for the ads. If you want to go that route and boost a listing that's doing well, and you have an ad account, then you can. I have to say that too, because I know a lot of people don't have an ad account anymore. So it is an option, but this is like getting free marketplace traffic to your product. That's the main goal. So for scaling later, we can talk about that, how to boost it, but we don't need to yet. Right, yes, you do not need to be running ads. Okay, so that's the beauty of it. So when you go on marketplace, so you're like, okay, well, you just showed me a whole bunch of research stuff. You showed me like 10, yeah, maybe I'll list like a couple things on marketplace and then see how it goes. No, it's a volume game. We're going to be listing because it's free. There's not even a charge to list. You know, you go to Etsy and what is it now? 25 cents, I think, a listing, 20, 25. I can't remember what they charge me, but there's no listing fee on marketplace right now. I mean, maybe in the future they will, because it is Facebook. So what Facebook typically does when they have a new traffic source is they make it big, they make it free to use for everybody, and then once it's working well, that's where they start charging. So like Facebook itself, right? Well, ads were never free, but the whole point of them building up to like billions of users on Facebook was so they could sell ads eventually. That was their whole goal. So with marketplace too, we're going to see a lot of changes coming up. I don't know what they are, but I guarantee they're going to happen, because Facebook is not going to see people selling stuff for free and then not getting a piece. Now, I know if you're in the US and you're using the shipping option and you're using Facebook payments, that there is like, I think it's a 5% fee on every transaction. So keep that in mind too. But because we're not paying for ads, that 5% is something I don't mind paying, because basically I'm using their traffic for free. All right, we went a little bit longer than usual on this, but that's okay. So the next step is this: go to the forum, and you want to make a copy of that research sheet, and you're going to go to town on that sheet. So find hats, find shirts, find just funny dad stuff, add it to the sheet, and then make notes, and then make the URL where you found it. Next, you're going to go here. You can use my link, or you can go direct. I don't care what you do. And you're going to create your account, and then you're going to buy a domain. So if you have a domain ready on some branded store, just make a variation for this one, and then you're going to be able to access this. Oh, did I just lose my audio? Is my audio okay? Give me a 1 if I'm still okay here. Okay. Weird. Oh, my side tone dropped out. Yeah, it went funky. Okay. Well, good timing, right? All right. So you're going to create your domain, and then we're going to be off to the races. Next training, we're going to be doing some designs. We're going to be doing some uploads, and we're going to be listing. So it's going to be a big one on the next one. All right. If you have any questions, what do? We go to here, where we get support for anything you need. So go here, make a new post. There's my question, there's my thread title, there's my message, post, and you'll get help. I go in here every morning and I check this. Okay, so you're getting not only training, but you're getting support along the way. And the goal for everybody is to make a bunch of sales and to find a bunch of products that are working. And down the road, like I'm kind of jumping ahead, but when you list a whole bunch and you find something that's working, guess what we can do next with that? We can start running paid ads. So we don't have to, it's optional, but when you're scaling, this is kind of like testing for free, and we can still scale it, right? Just by launching more and more and more and boosting the posts. But when we find a winner, why not run some paid stuff to it as well? All right, I'm gonna close with that. Y'all have a great day. This is gonna be fun. I cannot wait to show you guys the rest of this. There are a couple of moving parts that we gotta cover, but we're gonna cover it in detail, and you're in good hands. So we will talk to you soon. We'll see you in the forums, and we'll see you on the next live training too. Have a great day, everybody. Hey, everybody. Just checking my audio here. This is webinar number 2 of 3. So on this one, we're actually going to launch and we're going to list and we're going to cover a whole bunch of stuff. So give me a 1 in the chat box if you guys are there and you can hear me and see my screen. Everybody good? Good. Right on. And let me know where you're at too. I like to know where people are calling in from. I got a new headset, but I'm not crazy about it. It's a Corsair Void thing, but apparently the mics on these are garbage, so I might actually have to get a new one. It's wireless too, so I'm really worried about this. It's this one. Looks like this. Kind of funny looking. But apparently the mic, you have to like download some third-party software in order to get it to work right. But it does have this neat little like side tone thing, so I can hear myself speaking, which is kind of cool, but it's kind of annoying too. Anyway, all right, so we got New Jersey, Tampa, Rock Hill, South Carolina. Nice. Well, it's about 12 degrees here, which I don't even know what that is in Fahrenheit, cold. But we're going to jump right in. So we got a lot of ground to cover. Basically, so we got our Merch King account set up. Everybody got that good to go. And some people were saying, well, I'm a little bit concerned about shipping times. I get it. That's fine. I do have other options for shipping as well. Some of them you do need a store for. One of them, I'm just trying to get everything like the bugs worked out on my own end before I show it to you guys. So I'm going to show that in the third one. But I do have a whole bunch of stuff to cover today, so I'm going to dive right in. I do want to start by launching a hat and actually putting it on Marketplace to show you how we do this. So let's go step by step here. Step 1 is we're going to launch a hat. I'm using my GB Pro. Okay, cool. All right, so let's dive in. So remember when we did our sheet and we found a bunch of hats and, well, that's all right, google.com/sheets. And on here we had this one. And I think I shared this one with you guys. So what we can do is, you know, any of these designs really. This Women Want Me Fish Fear Me one, I think is hilarious. This one, nobody cares. I actually love that a lot. I think that's funny. But this one really made me laugh. So I would actually wear this because I'm a doofus like that. So I thought, you know what, I'm going to try and make this one. I'm going to show you guys how to do it. So first thing we need is a design that says Spelling Bee Champion. So we can do it in Photoshop. We can do it in Photopea, which is a free Photoshop. I'm going to do it in Canva because it's so easy to use that, I mean, you can't go wrong. So I'm going to create a design. And design wise, I'm going to go with custom. And in here, I'm going to do, I want it to be kind of like landscape, right? Like a rectangle on its side. So I'm going to go, I think 1200 width, and then I'm going to go about 600 height. And you'll see how I actually put this into the hat template that I have to for Merch King. Fish Fear Me is actually trademarked. Oh, really? Well, that sucks. Man, I hate trademark people. I really do. They take all the fun out of it. It's really annoying. All right, so let's go like this. Now, on the hat itself that we found, it was like white on the back and a black front with white writing. So I could do that too here if I wanted. So I'm actually going to put this in white. So let's go to our color, which is here. Oh, we'll go to the background color first, change that to black. And then when we download it, we'll download it as a PNG. Then I'll click on the text, and then we'll go to this color. We'll change it to white. There we go. So now up here, I want to do spilling. No, let's do it like they did. And we'll make it a little bit wider. So we got our spelling bee. This part I'm actually going to delete. No, move that up here. And then, oh, sorry about my voice. For effects, we can do a curve. We don't need that much though. So let's tone that down a bit. Spelling bee. Then you can even do letter spacing and all that. There is a way in here to do so. Right here. So if you want to space those letters out a little bit, you can do that. Let's go like 90. That's good. Okay, that's good. Oops, why'd you do that? Oh dear. I messed that up. Where's my back thing? I don't even know what I hit, to be honest. Let's try that again. You just don't want to crawl. Okay, that's fine. Well, see ya. Do that again. I'm not an expert yet at Canva, but I'm getting there. And then when I make a mistake, I don't care. I'll just redo it. So like that. And then I did the letter spacing. Why is it -50? Shouldn't it be like 0? Yeah, 0 is better, right? Make that wider. And I'll center that. There we go. And then I'll do my curve. Effects, curve. Bring that down to like a 25. There we go. Good. All right. So now I'm going to add this. It's weird when you spell it right and that's wrong. All right. So it's they use today. So the whole point of this one is we're just kind of doing a funny dad hat. Because it's funny. And let's go, yeah, the font is actually bigger. So let's increase the font. Well, let's do the spacing to, letter spacing to 0. And then we'll do the font bigger. We'll try and make it kind of lined up with the S and the B. So I'm going to widen this. Click off it, move it. Almost, just a hair bigger. I just kind of do things by eye. All right, and then we can go to elements. And in here, we can do like a star, or we could do whatever we want. Search for star. There's a whole bunch already like in here that we can use. Even a bunch all combined together. Or we could change it and do like a thumbs up or something. Or we could do hearts or anything we want. I saw one that that looked good. What else we got? Probably do it in another color. Not that one. That's cool. All right, so I'll do that. That one's center, and then I can just do a copy and paste. Make that one slightly smaller. Copy, paste. I'm gonna move that down, move that up. All right, okay. So now I'm gonna save this. So file, save to folder. I'm going to call this create new and add it. So now in my Father's Day folder, I've got this one saved. Should be. Where are you? Father's Day, probably at the bottom. There. There we go. Okay, so now all I really have to do is export it. So I'm going to download this as a PNG with a transparent background. That means that's better. So let's do that. So let's go download. And then they give you this thing. Supercharge your design, your skills with designs. Oh, cool. Well, there you go. You can get free stuff. So I'll show that in the folder over there. All right, so now I've got my basic design and I'm going to go here to Merch King. I'm gonna log in. So if you did your domain thing, you're good to go. Now, shipping times are an issue, all right? They're saying it could be quick, it could be slow, we don't know, blah, 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 typical stuff, right? So when we're dealing with Marketplace, we gotta do something, we gotta make a move in here to adjust for that, which I'm gonna show you. And once you see, you'll be like, oh, that's cool. And then once I show you the other, I got 2 cool things to show you today. Like you're gonna be like, facepalm, why didn't I think of that? So I'm gonna launch it, and as we get to that point, I'll show you what to do. So let's launch our hat. So go to campaigns, go to launch. I have nothing in here. This is a brand new account. Launch, and from here you'll be able to select all of your products, everything you want. Pretty cool. A whole bunch of crap. Not crap, but good stuff. Now, the mesh back cap is the one I kind of want, because I think I might even buy this hat because I actually like it. And this is what it looks like. So you go, oh no, it's black on the back and white on the front. What am I gonna do? It doesn't matter. Because, and if you look at some of these, I'll show you too. Going back to the launch. If you go to the other ones, they're like different styles. And when you go to launch it, you're going to freak out because you're going to go, okay, here's a classic one. So actually open that in a new tab. Oh, here's the classic one. Uh-oh, they don't have other colors. What's going on? Well, the thing is, this is an all over print. So your artwork, you get to control every single panel of the hat. So if you want it black, I'll show you what to do. You just basically fill in all the panels with black and you leave the front black, and then you put your logo or your image over the black on the actual file. So you download their template and then you fill that in. So I'll show you how to do that. I'm not going to go with that. I'm going to go with the other one, the mesh one, because I think I'm going to buy this. I actually want to see how long it takes to get to me. It's always a good idea to do a test order as well, because then you get a feel for how long they really do take. So this one does have a black mesh on the back. It's white on the front and the visor. But every time you go into these, you got to download the mesh back cap art file. So whatever the art file is, you have to download it. And then they say, drag and drop your artwork onto the product to upload, or click the upload buttons below. Artwork must be 5700 by 2700 in JPEG format, 300 DPI, and less than 50 megabytes. This part is tricky to do with 300 DPI at this size, but we'll have to do some resizing to get it to work. So we're going to download this, and it looks like this. And then all I'm going to do is hit save image as. I'm going to save it as my safe zone. I already downloaded one, but so I've got that now on my computer, and I have to, it looks really funny, right? You're probably like, oh crap, what do I do with that? Well, you open it up. There it is. And now you're thinking, that doesn't look like a hat. What the heck is going on? Well, this is actually their template. So when they're doing their prints, the front is right here, and the visor's right here, and the mesh is black in this case. So we have to fill in the visor. If we can do anything we want on the visor too. And then we have to fill in the front. So the way that I've been doing it is in Photoshop, I'll just double click this to make it a layer. And then I'll go select, and I'll go color range, and I'll just click on these areas that I want to change. So I'll click there. Okay. And now see how it's selected everything in there? I'm going to press delete on my computer. Look at that. That's your basic area that you're going to put your images in, and you can change the color now too. So, oops, I hit the paint bucket tool. Get out of the paint bucket tool. All right, so now I got to get rid of this, this, and this. So I want to get rid of visor and all that. So I'll go select, deselect. Actually, I should probably just give you guys this template. That'd be easier, right? So I'm going to do the this one, the rectangular marquee tool. It's just easier to use. And I'll go over the visor part and I'll hit delete. And this part, make sure your artwork takes up the entire 57 by 27 JPEG. Okay, well, I'm using your template, so better. And then go like that, delete. Now I've got a blank. So I'm going to save this as a blank. It's got the little white dotted lines around it, but I don't care about that because that's actually, beyond that, it doesn't print anyway. So I'm going to export this. I'll export it as a PNG. And once I get going on this, I'll save it as a PSD as well. So if you don't have Photoshop, you can use a product called Photopea, which is a clone of Photoshop, but it's free. It has all the same functions. I paid for Photoshop because I use it all the time, and it's invaluable to my business. So I'm not sure how people do online print-on-demand stuff without it, honestly. But there is one called Photopea. I'll go there now. Holy crap, I got a lot of windows open. Let me move this over. Photopea. Photopea. Advanced photo. Look familiar? I could do it in this. I have Photoshop, so why would I? It even does Photoshop files. Like, I don't know how they got away with like basically ripping off Photoshop. Look at this. I got a Photoshop here, and then I got a Photopea in my browser. They are totally similar. So no excuses. All right, here we go. I want the backgrounds black. So I want like a black hat, right? I could make the background, I can make the backgrounds whatever color I want, but I'm going to do black. So in order to do that, I go to my color tool and I go 00000, which is black, or I can just drag it down to the bottom. Click OK. Now I go to my paint bucket tool, and then I'm filling in this one, and I'm filling in this one. And you can see it left the white cutouts, but that doesn't matter because nothing beyond, like on the cutout line, it's not going to show anyway. So now what do? I got my black hat, I got my black front, I need my image. So I got to open my image. So let's go to File, Open. And I save my image somewhere in here. Where did I put it? Oh, Downloads. There it is. There's my image. So now I go Select, All, Edit, Copy. Go back here, and I'm just going to go Edit, Paste. So see what it did over here? It put a new, in the upper right, it put a new layer. So now I can click my Move tool, this one, and I can move this. Oh, I moved the wrong one. Crap. Edit, Undo. Make sure you're on the right layer, and then move it. Oh, you bugger. It's being annoying. So right layer, you have to click right on the actual image. If I clicked off it, that's why it didn't work. Now I've got this here, Spelling Bee Champion. And now if I want to make this, resize this, I hit Control T, and then I can drag it. So I can go like this. So remember, this is the front of my hat. So it basically bends right here. So I want to center this as best as I can. I'm going to make it a little bit bigger. And this is kind of, the bottom here is where it meets the visor. And then so this part here is over here. This part folds over the top. These little, looks like little hills here with a valley. So I would say the safe place to do it, if you go up here, you're going to be printing on like basically this point is the top of your hat. So you want to make sure you're on the visor or on the actual front. So if I put it there, we should be good to go. So now I'm going to save this as a PSD so that I can edit it. So I'm going to save it as, you know what, let's put it right into my challenges folder so I don't lose it. And we'll do a new one. So we'll call this one, because we're going to do a lot of hats. Champion. And I'm serious, I'm buying this hat. I think it's funny. The wife's gonna groan, and that's my goal, is to make her groan. Oh, I gotta put a name. Spelling bee. There. Now, I've got this, so I gotta save it as a JPEG. Save as, I want a JPEG. JPEG right there. And I'm gonna click save. And now here's where it's a large file. Quality is maximum. Well, so I can save it as this and see how, oh, it's 4.4 megabytes. 4.4 meg. See as I drag this down. I think M is like too big. Yeah, this is gonna be tough. I think it's because let's do a baseline standard. That's even worse. Baseline and optimized. Well, 4.1 megs. Yeah, it's 50. Okay, what am I thinking? You're right. Okay, let's jack this right up. 12. Where did I save that? Into my folder, right? Do it again. Okay, save, replace. All right, so it's in my folder. And it's 4.4 megabytes. So we should be good to go. Now, the fun part. Let's go back to here. And let's, fingers crossed, upload our artwork. Let's go to D drive, challenges, number 20, spelling bee champion, open. Okay, what error is he going to throw at me? Boom! You can see that's actually a little big, eh? So that's good to know. We got to adjust this. Look at the bottom. It's too close. All right, so we got to fix this. So I'm going to go back here, and that's the beauty of this. On the curve, I guess it overlaps a little bit. So now that we know that, let's just move that up a notch. Well, hang on. Let me look at this. So right now the spelling bee part is actually decent, but the champion part is too low. So if I bump that up a hair, see if that works. So let's go File, Save As. I might have to name it a different name because sometimes when you're doing stuff with a browser, I'm gonna go 2 on the end here just because I know that these upload things, sometimes I won't take them. They'll think it's the same file. All right, so I'm gonna remove this. Upload, let's try this. So I'll go to number 2. Much better. Looking good. I like it. I like it. Anybody else buying this hat? I'll sell it to you. Next. Oh man, I am so funny. All right. So if we sold these at 19 bucks, our profit would be 7. Yeah, let's not make this a dollar store product. Let's go with that. Let's go $29.99. Why not? We could even go higher, I think, but $29.99 on this with a $17 profit margin is good. It is Facebook Marketplace. But I don't know. I would pay 30 bucks for a hat in a heartbeat. I don't know about you guys. I'd pay 40 personally. You know what? Let's go here. Let's go to funny. $42, $39, $30. What? $177? Jesus. $35. See what Etsy's doing for funny trucker hats, price wise. Oh, it's Etsy. Etsy is Did I just hit on something good? Nice. Wow, some of these are totally inappropriate, but okay. Oh my god. Eeh. Yeah, I think we're safe at, I mean, let's test it at this price. I think we could go even higher, but we'll test here. That's $17 profit. It's pretty good. Next. Give your design a catchy title. Spelling bee champion. Ultimate dad joke hat. And then we'll go like this. That will make people smile. I'll say, this is it. If you are a dad, you automatically qualify to buy this for yourself. If you are giving this as a gift, maybe to a dad, or anyone with a sense of humor. That's okay too. Get one now. It's awesome. People love it. You will not regret making people smile. There. So just speak to them like you're selling them, but you're not selling them. And then we'll leave limited edition, not sold in stores. That's true. All our products are custom made to order and handcrafted to the highest quality standards. Okay. Shop with confidence. Check out campaign tags. Don't really need it. But here we'll go spelling. Or we'll go like this. Let's try this. Just one word. Now, we'll show this on our storefront. Countdown timer. No, I don't like that. Reviews. Show 5-star review. Okay. Show a strike through price. 100%. Oh, okay. Let's see what that looks like. We can adjust that. I'm pretty sure it'll say like it's double the price. That's what it is. Or let's go 40% off. So I'm sure, here it is. Checking this box will make strike through retail price appear next to your pricing, indicating a sale. We recommend setting your strike through price to 100%. Yeah. Facebook Pixel ID. We don't need it. Show this product first. Okay. Recommended product cross sell sorted by name. Good enough. Let's do that. Ooh. That's cool. I like it. Now here's, oh, this is a very cool part too. Once you have upsells and downsells, so you have other products, you can actually, you can add them here. I don't have any in this account, but you can actually add products as an upsell, and then another upsell, and then a downsell. And then, so if they upsell one, there's a whole tutorial here that I can go through, or you guys can go through. If you have any questions on the upsell, I can't do it right now, but it's basically you bought, here's something else. Do you want it? Yes or no? Yes, you go this way. No, you go this way. And then you can keep going. So it's kind of like when you buy a big course or something like that, you see the same thing. So let's go like this. We can always edit this after. Now published on my misspelled domain. You know, that's perfect that I misspelled the domain because it's a spelling bee champion hat. So it suits me perfect. Look at this. Ladies and gentlemen, we have live mockups. Isn't that cool? Yeah, dork hat, totally. So these reviews are, I hope they're legit, but I think they're coming from other buyers of other products. But we now have somewhere to send people to add it to cart and check out. So here we go. I'm buying one. So I'm not going to show you guys my billing information. Standard or express? Oh, express shipping, 6 to 12 days. Super duper expensive, but 2 to 4 weeks. All right, let's put these guys to the test here. I'm filling this out. So, coach, oops, gmail.com. I haven't bought one from them yet, but sorry, just give me a second. And 5. Oh, probably shouldn't say all my information. Really? Click the wrong button. Just bear with me. London and Ontario. Canada standard. Okay. Shipping insurance. What's shipping insurance? Yeah, why not? It's $1. Okay. Oh, I need the phone number. And there we go. What am I doing wrong here? Oh, there. Come on, load. It's loading. It's waiting for PayPal. Okay, here we go. Log into PayPal. Continue. And I'll show you the page at the end here. So the automatic, oh, you bugger. I lost the page. I clicked the X. I had too many tabs open. God damn it. Okay, so upsell one is this. It's a pop-up, and it says buy an additional cap for $5 off. All right, which is very cool. And then you can add another upsell or a downsell. So if they say no, you can show them another one. If they say yes, you can show them this one. I have like 49 tabs open on this other browser. I'll show you right here. And it was right here, and I clicked it, and I clicked the X instead of the thing beside it. Yeah, fun. That was dumb. Should see my order in here though. I hope. There, yeah. See, I legit ordered. Hey, I made $17.98. I'm killing it. So we'll see how long that takes. We'll see what the quality is. And we'll see all that good stuff. So the big concern that a couple people were having, let me find my products. Where's my products? Dashboard. Oh, go to my site. There we go. So this is how your site looks, and it'll fill up with hats and that. I just want the this kind of the mock-ups. All right, so shipping, right? If it comes from far away, like overseas or something, and it takes forever, that is going to be an issue with Facebook. So what we want to do is we want to get them off Facebook, and this is where I made a post in the forums about I couldn't sleep because I was too excited. Actually, I gotta drink some coffee here. One second. So when we're making a listing, it's like we got 3 days. If you have the shipping option available, you got 3 days to get this out to them and get a tracking number up. If you don't do that, you're going to piss off Facebook. So what I've been doing, which is you're going to think it's very cool in a sec. I'll show you in the listing, but we're going to list these, but we're going to actually say that they're out of stock right now, and we want to put you onto a waiting list. Now, before you get all up in arms, I'll give you an example of me locally. So I've been trying to buy these stinking Newell dumbbells, adjustable ones for my gym downstairs for I don't know, a year, and I can never get it. But this woman, Alice O'Connell, this is Marketplace. She actually has these listed every single day, and it says new modular adjustable weight set. She won't say the brand name but the picture she used is the brand name, which was my first red flag. But anyway, it says in stock, $300, sporting goods, weightlifting equipment, listed in London, Ontario. So I did message her, and she said, oh, no. So here's the deal. Like, we're putting bulk orders together. So her listing actually says this: cheapest price in Ontario by 25% cheaper. New modular adjustable weight set, 32 kilogram pair. Available, new, unused, no taxes. PM if interested. Now, stock currently sold out. Pre-order from our next shipment and save money, or get added to the list for the next stock shipment available. Pre-order pricing below. Okay, so we do have to put a price, which we will, but we are going to say this, that we're currently sold out. The reason that we're doing this is we're going to get their email, right? So once we have their email, then we're actually going to email them the link to the product. So the sale itself is not going to occur on Facebook. So the guys that are using the shipping option in the US, you guys actually, you have to get this out within 3 days. If you don't, you're going to lose your Marketplace account. So what I would suggest doing is avoiding don't offer shipping on it at all. Do it the way I do it. And we're just going to build an email list of people who want the hat. And guess what we got now? We have a massive asset that we're going to build up. So I can get as fancy and as technical as you want. I mean, or we could do it as simple as you want. To start out, I think we do it simple. You just literally message them, and I'll put the script over here in a second. But so when somebody sees our hat and they see, okay, they've got it, but it's currently sold out. So I want to get on the get added to the list for the next stop shipment available. When they message you, you just respond and say, hey, thanks for your interest in the hat for Father's Day or whatever. If you want to promote it as Father's Day, which I would. We're currently reserving hats because our supplier is getting more stock in soon. If you'd like to reserve a hat, we can email you when it's ready to order. Does that work for you? If so, can you let us know what email you want us to use to reserve a hat? Thanks. That's your message. That's it. So I'll show this in a second, but actually I'll put this in the webinar. So the shipping thing sucks because, well, for you US guys only. So in this case, the US guys are actually, you got a different route. Just don't list it as shipping available, because yes, shipping available means you can use Facebook payments and you can use you'll get the shipping information from Facebook, but we don't need that. We don't need that at all. All we're doing is we're listing an item, and then we're getting information back from the person so that in the future we can send them a link with the item and we can send that to our store. Now, here's the other thing that you're gonna go, holy shit, Will, good job, buddy. This is a print on demand supplier. So as soon as we send them here and they buy here, guess who does the customer service? Not you, they do. So when they put their order through, the tracking is all going to be handled from Merch King. The customer service is all going to be handled from Merch King, which is fantastic because I don't want to do it. So that's why I know people were like, oh God, what do I do? I don't, you're shipping, blah, blah, blah. Like, yes, it's an issue. Shipping's always an issue with anything online if you're not like Amazon. So I'll show you right now why I picked them, which is beyond the products. So invite and whatever, sell on your own domain. Boop. So if we do this another way, which I will show you in webinar number 3 as well. Oh, I don't know what that was. I just fell off my desk. I'll show you more options for suppliers in webinar number 3. And I actually have an embroidery supplier, ding, ding, ding. But the problem with doing other suppliers is the customer service. We're gonna have to handle it. All right. So I'm getting some comments. You guys are pumped. Neat, eh? Isn't that awesome? Like that's so now we don't have to worry about any of this bullshit. Like the shipping bullshit, the customer service bullshit. We don't have to worry about it. We're passing that off to the company. All we're doing is connecting this. Now I do have one more thing that I'm going to show you, but I'm going to list it first. So remind me to show you that this funnel and method is not even the best part of this. So I'm almost done, but hang on. Let's go now and let's make our listing. So I'll show you exactly what to do, exactly what to say. So to make the listing, we need our mockups. Now we could certainly put a boring old one. I would probably put this one in. So I go save image as, go to your folder, and we'll put it in here. So 0 Father's Day, spelling bee champ, save. And now I would also grab this one. And I'm going to show you something about listing too, because the place to start is your local market, and then you can, that actually doesn't look that good. And that one, well, if you use them both, we'll use 3. So save image as, save. Okay, so we've got that. All we need is those images. Now we're going to go to marketplace, and I'm going to go here. You're going to see some of my listings, like some bunk beds. I sold some bunk beds that were literally 13 years old, and I got $100 for them, so I'm pretty happy with that. I also, you're going to see message cards on here, because you don't have to just sell hats, my friends. You can sell whatever the hell you want, and it works very, very well. So yeah, there are, and there, like I said before, there's courses out there, like drop shipping courses, and they teach you how to drop ship using the shipping option and Facebook payments and all that stuff. Yeah, but you don't need it. So let's go here and let's actually create a new listing. So all you do on Facebook, I do it on desktop. You can do it on your phone too. So you just go here, go to marketplace, and then you'll see your account and you create new listings, filters, and all that good stuff. A whole bunch of stuff on here. Of course, they got COVID crap on here. And I've actually bought quite a bit off here. Like I'm embarrassed to say how much I bought, but it's too much. Anyway, so create new listing, and here we got 4 options: item for sale, vehicle for sale, home for sale, rent, job opening, item for sale. Now we're gonna need images, so let's start there. Let's add that, and that, and one of them will be our main one. So you can drag it like so. That's our main one. And then here, title, we're going to put funny, wait. Like so, and then price-wise, you have to do round numbers, which sucks, but we listed that at what, $29.99, so we'll go 30. Category, the category thing, they're pretty picky about. Not picky, I shouldn't say it, but we'll go men's clothing and shoes. Condition, new. Brand, we could put our brand in here, but we'll just leave that blank. Size, one size fits all. So, and then description, here's what we're going to say. Like this. Need now, I'm just saying Father's Day because that's what my challenge is about. Keep in mind, you can do for anything, okay? You could say you just want a funny hat, and you can put it on Marketplace, and people will buy that. All right, so this is a mesh style hat, but it makes people smile big time. Go like this, as if it's an edit. Oops, oops. Where did my, there. we're currently sold out. I'll say this, we have more stock coming. And then you can get added to the wait list. So we can notify you as soon as we have our next shipment ready. And then supplier out. And then we can because some people will want to like pick it up. Now, okay, so let's say you get 100 people that want this, and you're like, well, that's pretty cool. I'm getting ahead of myself. I shouldn't do that. Okay, let's stick to the plan. Oh, that's next one. So we can ship them, right? So the plan A, I'll show you this. Message me if interested. Any dad would love this. There. So, I mean, it kind of speaks for itself, what it is, right? But let's scroll down. Product tags, we're going to do hat, funny hat, Father's Day gift. Now, tags are important for Facebook. So we could do keyword research, we could do all that stuff, but just kind of put what it is. I mean, it's not like brain surgery here. So Father's Day gift, Father's Day hat, funny dad hat. Now you just put Father's Day like so. Now location wise, you can change your location. I do suggest going in your own location first, because when you go to other locations and you change it, I find that the listings don't get many views at all. It's like Facebook knows where you are, so they want you to go. You can go within it will show basically within, for me, it's 500 kilometers of London. So it's awesome. You can do that too. Now, list as a single item, list is in stock. We're going to show only one on the listing because we don't want to do in stock and then say, no, it's not in stock. So we'll do a single item. Now, this is important right here first. Hide from friends, turn that on because once I tell you what we're going to do here, you're going to want to hide it from friends. Otherwise, your friends will see every single thing you do and they're going to go like, oh, that's not good. Like they don't want to be spammed with all your hats or whatever you have on there. Now, boost listing after publish, leave that off because that's basically ads. We don't want ads. Now, if this is taking off and doing really well, we can turn ads on, but we don't right now. All right. And then it says marketplace items are public and can be seen by anyone on or off Facebook. Items like animals, drugs, weapons, counterfeit, and other items that infringe intellectual property aren't allowed on marketplace. See our commerce policies. So I've been through the commerce policies. I see nothing wrong with what we're doing, as well as I see other people doing it. So I actually got the idea from the dumbbells, and that's when I started doing it about a year ago. So you're not doing anything wrong. We're just getting their email, then we're going to email them the link. Not right away though. So we're going to click next, and then there's groups as well. So you could list your items in groups, like buy and sell groups, if you really wanted to, but you don't have to. I mean, marketplace gets a ton, but you could, like I'm in this London, Ontario, Canada, buy and sell and trade, 24K. And then there's shop, 48K, like members, 51,000 members. So, and my city is only, it's a population of like 330,000. So I could join all these groups and list them in there too, which is a little bit more advanced. So we're not going to do that right now. We're just going to stick to the marketplace and we're going to do publish. And then they're going to review it. I think usually they do. Do they approve it right away? That's a first if they did. My God. So here's what it looks like when they come in. They see this handsome devil, and then condition need a gift Funny Father's Day hat, that's awesome. 30 bucks, apparel hats. There you go. Marcus sold, Marcus pending, boost listing. Now, it does go through to your name, but your friends and family can't see it. So you don't want to be doing anything shifty on here. So if you're going to actually get their email, don't abuse it. Don't sign them up for like porn sites or anything like that, or like rent or build a list and sell it. You get in trouble for that. But what we just did, I'll X out of that, is we put a hat up on Marketplace that we're not going to sell right away. We're going to get their email. The response, once somebody messages you, you'll see it in Messenger, is it's this. So it's basically, hey, thanks for your interest in this hat for Father's Day. Like, we're currently reserving hats because our supplier is getting more stock in soon. If you'd like to reserve a hat, we can email you when it's ready. Does that work for you? If so, let us know. But basically, you're saying, yeah, no problem. Can we get your email? All right. Mark has sold. It means like, here's an example. My bunk beds. So my bunk beds sold. So I had to mark it as sold so people stopped bugging me about it. So I had 196 listing views. 2 people were serious. These are like, they were destroyed too. My kids slept in these for the past 13 years. Look at this. See this 2x4? I put that on there because one of my kids jumped on the bottom bed and cracked it. And I still sold the thing for 100 bucks. Look at it, it's in like, but I said especially reinforced 2x4 attachment installed by a carpentry expert on the bottom rail. Increases the weight limit by 10 times at least. I'm the carpentry expert on that, by the way. And there's the rails, like just crap. And somebody bought, the rails are cracked. They're little, yeah, well, look at this. Yeah, and I said, like, there's a crack. Where's a crack? I think it's on the ladder. I didn't even have all the hardware. I still sold the thing. And they picked it up. I'm like, well, I said it's used. It's got a crack in it. So that's what Marcus sold is for. When you sell it, like normally in a typical environment, when you sell it, you got to mark it as sold. Otherwise, you're going to get messages all day long. So what I'll do is I'll put the response underneath the video on the replay for you guys inside the forums. Okay. So, all right. So everybody cool with that so far? I got one more thing for you. I'll take some questions before I get to that last thing. So we got what about links to a privacy page like you do on Gear Bubble? You don't need it. We're not running ads. Okay, this is Marketplace. This is free, which is key, and the key part of the next thing I'm going to tell you. I wonder how long it will take for it to get to you. I'll let you guys know. Shipment will be key for me. It can be key, but you know what? They're doing the customer service, so the shipment's not key for me. I mean, I don't want to piss people off, but I think when I send the email too, I'm going to say like, look, we're not Amazon Prime. We're going to get this to you as fast as we can. I'm going to set them up. I'm not going to make them promises of quick shipping. I'm going to set their expectations in the email when I send the email. And the email will say, you know, we'll get this to you as quick as we can, but please allow like 4 to 6 weeks for shipping. And if I say that and it comes in 3 weeks, I'm a hero. If I say it's coming in a week and it takes like 5 weeks, I'm a jerk, right? But the other thing is, I'm not even going to have to respond to these people about the shipping because it's going to go through Merch King and their customer service. So we're taking that off your plate. So it is an issue, but it's not an issue. Why can't we include the link to our supplier? You can do that. If you're selling on Amazon and you include the link to your supplier direct, now the person kind of has you on Facebook too. So if they order right away and you didn't prepare them ahead of time for a little bit longer shipping from Merch King, then, so let's say instead of doing what I did, you just send them the link and you say, here's my store, go buy it. And then they do, and then 2 weeks later, they don't have the product. They're not only going to be contacting Merch King, but they're going to be contacting you directly because they already have you. You're fresh in their mind on Marketplace, and they might be complaining to you too. So I want to be able to set them up with, you know, these are sold out, so we're going to get some in, and then it's going to be, you know, we wish we were Amazon Prime, but we're not, in my email to them. So I'm prepping them and I'm setting the expectation that don't expect to get this overnight. I know, and I'm also going to say, due to like COVID stuff too, shipping has slowed down quite a bit, unfortunately. So if you still want to do this, here's the link. So I'm setting people up, I'm setting expectations ahead of time. That's why I don't want to send the link right away. Okay, now, if I had a product that I know is going to be fulfilled within a couple days, I'll be happy to send the link right away. But with this product, I don't think it's going to be fulfilled in like 3 days. I think it's going to be like a week or a couple weeks for them to even get it in their hands. I'm in Canada. I'm ordering from Merch King. I'll tell you guys how long it took. I'm expecting a couple weeks. I'm not expecting this to be here tomorrow. So, all right, another comment here. I love that. The shipping thing has been worrying the crap out of me, especially since SFB has been doing so many account bans and lockouts lately. I've also been wondering how to do a pre-sale campaign. Thanks for that. Exactly. This is a pre-sale campaign, ladies and gentlemen. And you can build up your marketplace ratings because they messaged you about the product. Exactly. There is a workaround, OA Genius for 3-day shipping. Yes, there is a workaround. I'm aware of that. There's pirate ship too that you can do. So I'll cover that in the next webinar, the workaround. If you guys are using the shipping option, I'll show you a workaround. So that the workaround is iffy though, because you could still get in trouble. Like, it's like a gray area. It's like a loophole, the workaround. Holy shit, Will, good job, buddy. Right on. So I'm assuming we can do the same with Gear Bubble. You can absolutely do this with Gear Bubble. I'm showing hats and Father's Day, but you guys aren't limited. So we can only sell to our local area. You can sell anywhere. You can change that listing location. I just find my local area gets the most action as far as volume goes. So you can change your location like Boston if you wanted, or New York or Los Angeles or a big city. I don't know if, like, when I switched to the big cities, I think I wasn't getting much action because the competition was so high compared to my own city. So I don't know if it's better to go with smaller cities, or if you're in a smaller city to go with those. The marketplace is huge, man. Like, there's so many people on here. It's insane. But I would start with your own location, because I think Facebook is favoring people who are in their own location over you. So I think like they're A users of marketplace for a location is the people who live in that area. And then if they don't have enough listings, then they'll go outside the area. And that's where your listing can come in. So if I'm posting this from London, Ontario, and I want to sell in Boston, I think Facebook has so many listings in Boston from local people that my listing gets shoved way down to the bottom and it doesn't even really show up in the search results. So yes, you can list there, but will you get as much traction as listing in your own area? I think that's how their algorithm's working. I'm still trying to figure it out, but that's what I found so far. I like the email idea, but it would definitely cut your conversion, right? But on the other hand, there are no ad costs. Exactly. Exactly. We're not paying a dime, ladies and gentlemen. It's free. Like, this is free. You know, you put stuff on Etsy and it sells. Well, actually, you got to pay Etsy a listing fee, and then you got to pay fees when they take the money, and you end up with like paying Etsy a whole bunch of money. Well, even Etsy's not free. This is free. So they're not taking their 5% because we're not using Facebook payments. We're just using our own. Now, will this work forever? I don't know. I really don't know. It's Facebook. Who knows? But it's working right now. So why Mark is sold? Because we are out of stock? No, like I said, I covered that one. Where are those hats made? Well, overseas. I'm guessing China. I don't know. The guy said he's got a couple different warehouses that he uses. But you can certainly contact him and ask. I will show you US embroidery supplier in the next webinar. So, and I think a lot of you are going to use it. Honestly, I'm going to use it personally. So and I'm going to show you one other way too. So this is why I did it this way, to get rid of that customer service, because I don't want to do it. But the ways I'm going to show you in webinar 3, you're on the hook for customer service. So you got to have quicker shipping. Can we add language that these are custom made so the customers understand why they take a while to ship? Absolutely, you can. In the email that you send, which I'll get into in the next one, You're going to set expectations. You're going to prime them for, you know, you can even say like, hey, remember all those infomercials on late at night? Do you ever notice when they sell you that that flashlight that like lights up the sky, that always at the bottom it says 4 to 6 weeks for delivery? It's because it's drop shipping from China. All those infomercials you've ever seen, unless they're like beyond huge, they're basically drop shipping from China. So you always see that little disclaimer, 4 to 6 weeks. I think I even saw one that was 6 to 8 weeks for delivery. Remember those? That's kind of what we're going to do. But if we put the shipping expectation in listing, wouldn't that mitigate the issue? Yes, it would. It absolutely would. You're right. So if you want, you could do a different style, and you could say, it's available right now. Here you go. Shipping time is, please allow 4 to 6 weeks for shipping. Here's the link. Now you've set the expectation. You can do that. I like this route because we're pre-selling an item, and you'll see how that ties in next in a second. I suspect FB will eventually start banning accounts that do outside links because it takes money away from them. I mean, it's Facebook. Who knows what they're going to do? But we got to make hay while the sun shines. That's what I say. I can't. Yeah, they could change anything. Could change tomorrow. I don't know. It's working right now. So I'd be more confident if Facebook weren't insane with how they handle their business. But it works. And we're not really sending them a link. We're having a conversation. So these are potential customers, and we're just getting their email. So we're not, that's why I thought, like, you know what, let's build an email landing page and get them to opt in automatically to automate this. And then I thought, no, let's keep it simple. Let's just get their email. We'll put it into like a Google Sheet, and then we can just email that whole buyer's address and do a blind carbon copy. Keep it simple to start. Now, if you start building your list to like thousands and thousands, then you could even email them and say, hey, just to make things easier, can you opt in over here and get a MailChimp account? There's a whole bunch of ways we can go with that. List other products in other locations. Folks will contact you about other products or check out your other listings. Yes, they will. So you send them a link versus ordering the product yourself with delivery address to them. Correct. So the way that marketplace is being taught right now with drop shippers is you get their shipping information, their address, and the payment is held by Facebook. Then you have to go to the wholesaler website. You have to make the purchase under your billing, but the mailing address is the customer's mailing address. This is not what we're doing today. This is totally separate. But I know how to drop ship from Marketplace. I just can't do it because I'm in Canada and they won't give me the shipping option. So I had to figure out a system that didn't involve that. And I actually like my system better because I don't have to worry about the 3-day thing. So when you're in the US, if you use the shipping option, you got 3 days. If you don't upload a tracking number within 3 days, they get pissed. They don't like that at all. They don't want their customers waiting. So the workaround is to use like I'll cover the workaround in the next webinar, but even the workaround is sketchy, honestly. So I don't know. I mean, once I get the shipping option in Canada, I think what I'm going to have to do is have a supplier, like a warehouse. So I'm going to have to find these items at work. But for now, okay, that's it for the questions. I'm going to go to the next phase. So here it is, testing. When we talk about testing all the time, and we're like, usually when we test, we launch a product and then we run some ads to it. Usually it's Facebook ads because people are just bent on these Facebook ads that basically suck right now. I'm so annoyed with Facebook ads, it's not even funny at this point in time. I hope they fix it, but I can't see it happening. There is a future with, I think, Apple ads, which is coming. I'll be the first one in there destroying that. Not destroying in a good way, but Facebook ads to your test, you spend $50. You got to test like 30 of them, 20 or 30. Even if you test 10 times 50 is like $500 in testing. Even then you might not land on a winner. So you got to test another 10. That's $1,000. Then you're like, I still didn't get a winner. So now you're another 10. That's like $1,500 that you spend on testing 30 products. So think of what we just did and think of what we can do on Marketplace. We can list more hats. We can design more hats, and we can list them on Merch King. We can get an awesome mock-up. And then we can put that mock-up up on Marketplace as a test. So now instead of paying for your testing, you're testing for free. I'll repeat that. You are going to be able to test for free. And the response that you get is a result of your test. So if I put this hat up and I get 10 people contacting me today, they're like, I love it, I want to buy it, here's my email, as soon as you have it, let me know. That's a winner. So what can I do with that winner? What can I do with it? You guys tell me. Tell me, what can I do with a winner? If I want to scale a winner, how do I scale it? Let me know your thoughts while I take a sip of coffee. Bingo. Ads. Yep. So somebody said, you know, can we go to other locations and do this? You can. Why don't we now take that product and let's run some freaking ads to it. Let's pound the crap out of it. Let's scale it to the moon. Because we used Marketplace as our testing ground and it's free. And we got a good response on a hat. We take that hat and we go to Facebook ads and we run our campaigns. We take that hat, we go to Google search, we run our campaigns. We take it, we go to TikTok ads, we run our campaign. We take it, we go to YouTube ads, we run our campaigns. We take it, we put it on our Etsy store and we run paid ads to that. Do you see the power in this? Is this not awesome? So I have spoke to so many people who are like, man, I tested so much and I never found a winner and I ran out of money and I couldn't do it anymore. And my heart just breaks and I'm like, that sucks. That really sucks. I'm like, we got to figure out a way for you guys to test for free because I know I've been there where testing was draining my budget and I didn't have anybody who was telling me to keep going. I'm just stupid. I'm stubborn. So I kept going. But this, I think today, what you just learned will change your business. And that's why I made that post and I said, I can't sleep because I think I just hit on something that holy shit, this is going to be awesome. This is a game changer right here. So my only request from you guys is I don't want to see this spread in free groups. Okay. I got one guy who's been copying everything I do and he's now teaching it. And that's cool. He's putting his own spin on it, but I don't want this one getting out. Okay, so I need you guys to promise me that this one doesn't leave our group. All right, I'm sure it'll get out eventually, but remember where you saw it first. Nobody's doing this. Nobody's doing this, and they're just not doing it because they haven't thought of it yet. So when Facebook goes wonky, what do? We adapt, we adjust, and we move forward. That's all I did. So that's what I'm working on. So you'll see at the bottom of my screen right now, I do have a message card from Shine On in there. And this was one of my experiments that I put up on the 27th, and I posted that one in, I think it was New York. And that's why I'm saying I've done this multiple times for other cities, and I wasn't really getting much traction. When I post something in my own area, it's like boom, 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 boom. It's like instant. So that's why I'm going to be testing my hats, my necklaces, you could do t-shirts, you can do coffee mugs, you can do anything you want with this. All right. So this is your new, it's not marketplace, it's testing place. I'm going to coin that phrase, testing place. There you go. So you guys you're going to kick butt with this. Okay. So take all your research. Your homework is this. All these ones that you find, it could be a funny shirt, it could be a funny hat, it could be a best stat ever. You're going to put it on Merch King, okay? This is why I'm using Merch King. Then you're going to take those mock-ups and you're going to put them on Marketplace. Where'd Marketplace go? So your listings page is going to have 30, 40, 50, 60, 70, 80, 90, 100, 500, 1,000 products. They're all free. The message you're going to send is the format is the same. You're pre-selling. You're getting their email. You add that email to a Google Sheet. Keep it simple. When you go to email them with a link to it, do a blind carbon copy from Gmail. Nothing wrong with that. Or you can get fancier down the road if you really want to. So we are just scratching the surface at the potential of this. All right. So now you guys have testing place. That's what, is that good or is that stupid? We got to think of a name for this. Testing place? Nah, that's kind of dumb. Anyway, I'm going to finish off there. Ha! You need to double your monthly membership fee today. I know, right? Oh, yeah. I got into, just on that comment, I got into Bank's code-to-matic thing, where it's like an automatic listing for Etsy. And it's like shot glasses, tumblers, and coffee mugs. And it's all fully automated. And I got in there on the beta test. And then Dawn and Rachel did their launch. And I was like, oh, Bank, raise your price to like $5,000. Because it works. This stuff works. So anyway, and there'll be free marketplaces in the future. You are correct. And yeah, I don't really want to comment anymore on the free marketplaces, but think of what we just learned and think of what we could do with that knowledge. All right, Mom's word, Pinky sweared. I started Father's Day doing this, but never got any traction. That's why I joined you to see what I was doing. Okay, well, you know what? It's still a matter of testing. It's always a matter of testing. That never ends. So if you're not getting any traction, you get, like, if you put 5 up and you're not getting any response, we got to change something. So that's where, I mean, you can post it in the group and we'll help you out. Take one that didn't work and let's see it. Let's see what happened. Maybe it's the wording on your listing in this case. But the Facebook Marketplace it's a hotbed of traffic and it's free traffic. So let's make hay while the sun shines. All right, everybody cool with that? Okay, I'm not done either. I got more in the next webinar. The embroidery guy, along with another way to do this, supply-wise, and you guys are gonna love it. So I think the testing thing, like I'm loading up Marketplace with testing. Even I don't want to scroll down because you'll see a whole bunch of them, but I got a whole bunch on here. This one, I actually saw, I have a drone. So somebody asked me, what's this aerial photos of your property? I have a drone. So I saw another guy like next city over was doing drone photography and he was charging like 150 bucks. And he'd take one picture and then he'd send that like an aerial photo. I'm like, man, 150. So I did one too. I'm like, okay, 200 bucks. I'll do 5 pictures and a video. So I don't know. See how that goes. I got 55 views. Nobody bit yet, but we'll see. So will you have these steps outlined in a PDF file? I don't. The way the forums work is it's basically I'll put this up as a replay and then it'll go into the table of contents describing what's in there. And that's kind of how I've been doing it. I don't really have any transcription. If you know any good transcription places, we can do that. But I know some learners they learn best by reading, and some are video and some are live and whatever it may be. But I don't have a PDF of this right now. Maybe I can make one, but the steps are like we went through all the steps today. So, all right, if there's no more questions, are you guys good with that? Everybody happy with that? Everybody pumped? Who's pumped? Give me one if you're pumped. Right on. Have you guys seen this before? Let me know. Anybody? I don't think you have, because nobody's teaching this. So we got to come up with a name. Testing place? No, that's kind of weird. Marketplace testing? I don't know. Why don't we let's come up with a name in the forums. We'll figure something out. A cool name, because you got to have a cool name for stuff, right? All right. So the UPS guy is about to ring my doorbell, so I'm going to close that off so you don't have to hear my dogs barking. Everybody have a great day. We'll see you in the forums. Get up your tests now. Follow the system. I'll put the scripts that I use, and then we will go from there. Okay. If you have questions, that's what the forums are for. Post any questions you got, and if you need like a walkthrough of step by step, it'll be in the replay. But we could also do like step 1 is this, step 2 is this, step 3 is this for you guys. Okay. Product lab. That's not bad. We'll find one. All right. Everybody have a great day. We will see you soon. And I can't wait for you guys to start reporting like, this worked. I got this guy. I got like 15 people want my hat. So when you get that, that's a success. And I want to see that post in the forums too. All right. Everybody have a great day. We'll talk to you very, very soon. Thank you. Hey everybody, welcome to webinar number 3. On this one, we're going to wrap up the challenge number 20, but I got a whole bunch of good stuff for you, so stick around. Give me a 1 in the chat box if you can hear me and see my screen. You should see my Gmail account with the nice ninja background that I've had for like years and years and years. Just give me 1. Right on. Good, good, good. Is there no sound? Somebody said there's no sound. Give me a yes if you can hear me. I hope. Yes? Okay. All right. I bought a new headset. Actually, this is the second new one I bought. The first new one I bought is a wireless one that is actually I'm returning because it was crackling quite a bit. So let me know if this one's any good, because if it's not, I'm getting rid of this too. And if you guys know of any like microphones or headsets that are good for doing this, let me know. My favorite one ever was Microsoft Live Chat 3000, and they don't make it anymore. So I don't like that at all. So this one is, what's the name of this one? HyperX Virtual something. It's HyperX Virtual Surround. The other one I had was a wireless. It was Corsair Void Elite wireless gaming headset. It was awful. It was uncomfortable and the microphone didn't work, so I returned it to Best Buy. This is the one I have now, so hopefully this one works. Anyway, I've got about 4 main things to cover right now. Yeah, I looked on eBay for my old one, but I don't trust buying off eBay. I don't know why. It's like one of the only sites I don't trust. Which is weird because I should trust like what's happening, but I didn't. Anyway, okay, so today we're going to cover 4 things. Number 1 is the progress emails from Merch King, so you guys can see what happens after you order. I don't have my hat yet, but I'll show you what they're doing. How much can we make from this is number 2. I'd love to do this in the 3rd training every time because you guys can get some motivation. And number 3 is new suppliers. I'm going to show you a couple. And number 4 is what I call launching without launching. So you'll see that too. It all ties together. All right, let's go ahead. Remember, I made my order. Oh, that's the name sheet. So I made my order here. And then this was on May 7th. What day did I order? Last week, right? Yeah, I ordered on the 6th, and then on the 7th, they sent me an email. This is from Merch King, so I'm just showing you kind of what they send out to customers when they buy. So this one says, you know, your order has been printed. I want to give you a quick update about your order and let you know we've completed the first step ahead of schedule. So I like this. Like when I got this, I thought, okay, that's cool. And then where's my order as well? So I can click that, and I think it goes to a tracking thing. Can't remember which one. If it loads, I'm working at home, wife's working at home teaching, and I have 4 kids doing remote schooling today. So my internet is like a champ for taking this beating. So there we go. And I'm doing a live stream webinar. So how about that one? All right, so preparing. So here's what it looks like when you can click that. So it looks good, right? As you go through, you can see kind of the progress of it. And then the next one that they sent was on May 7th. Oh, this was the thank you for the order. So this one was first, the next one was second. I don't know why they're out of order. And then on May 9th, which was, so I ordered on the 6th, and then on the 9th, which was like let's not count 6, 1, 2, 3 days later. They sent one saying your order's looking great. I have another quick update for you about your recent order. I just caught a glimpse of our production team packaging your order. So, I mean, yeah, right, like you did, but it makes me feel good. We're constructing your product for comfort and maximum durability. All our products are handmade from scratch just for you. We can't wait for you to feel the quality and attention to detail we put into the order. We'll keep you updated as your order continues to make progress through our production facility. Have a great day. So that makes me feel good. Again, that's like 3 days later, I get another email saying it's looking good. So me as a buyer, I'm thinking, all right, they're definitely legit. Like they sent me two emails already to confirm one to say it started, the other says it's looking great. Yeah, I know, I did. The misspell of the C, spelling bee champion, and the misspelled domain, absolutely. And then this one came, putting the final touches on your order. This came May 11th. So now we're talking, well, the 6th was order day. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 days later, they send another email. And then they say, great news, I just saw your order made at the final stage of production, and wow, it looks great. Our quality assurance team is checking to make sure everything looks good before we send it out to the packaging room. Oh, now I got somebody at my door too. Sorry. I'm hoping a kid can come down and get that so my dog doesn't go bonkers, but who knows. Yeah, I'm stuck here. Oh boy. Hang on, I'm just trying to text for some support here. Can you guys grab that, please, very quickly? And like step outside and talk to them, please. Sorry, everybody on the webinar live. I got help now. One's grabbing the dog, one's checking the door. The beauty of working at home. All right, and then this one. So it says, we're looking forward to shipping these awesome items to you shortly. Thanks for all your patience. We put a lot of time and attention into handcrafting your order. We know you'll love it. Please check your email in the next 2 to 3 days for a tracking number from our courier service so we can track the status of your order. So that's where we're at now. And you can see the page. It's kind of showing there. Hang on, I got an update here. So just an update on who was at the door. It was a gardening guy who feels that ringing the door, banging on it, having a dog bark, then ringing the doorbell again is a good idea to get business midday. So no, gardening guy, you won't be getting my business. In fact, when you ignore my signs that say don't bug me, I'm on a live webinar, it really annoys me. Anyway, that's kind of the progress. So the reason I'm showing you all this is to make you guys see that it is a good thing that we do get order updates, we do get status updates, we get all that good stuff. And it's really a good thing that they're doing in keeping people in the loop. So when you send somebody to them, you know that they're going to be taken care of. If I ordered and I didn't see anything, I would be a little bit concerned because I don't want to send it and then crickets, because when you have that, that's where people start panicking, and then they might report you on like Facebook or wherever they're going to do it, and that's not good for your business. It's not good for anybody. So in the span since I ordered, I got basically 4 or 5 emails, I think it was, within a week. So I know that they're taking care of my customers, and that's what I want to see. Okay, so I know we had some people in the forums that were very concerned about shipping times, and rightly so. Shipping times is key, but we need to know that they're taken care of, and now the expectations are set there. So I would be confident, even when somebody messaged me on Facebook on Marketplace to buy it, I would be confident sending them to my store and saying, here you go. They'll print this and ship this as quick as they can. I'm still going to say, due to COVID and things like that, shipping times are a little bit slower, but these guys will take my supplier will take really good care of you. So don't be afraid to do that with these guys. I think they're doing a really good job so far. Now, if I don't get my hat for another 2 months, then I'm going to change my tune, but I feel like I'm going to get it within the next couple weeks, like week or two. And even that, I'm fine. Okay, so just so you guys know, that's why I ordered it. I wanted you to see it. As soon as I get it, I'll show you the quality too. And we just did like one test, but we'll show you that. Now, the other thing that I think the main motivator, the reason we're all in this is kind of the second thing I want to cover today is how much can you make selling hats on the marketplace? I did this before in another challenge and everybody loved it because, I mean, that's why we're here, right? We're not here to lose money. We're here to make money. Now, the cool part is this little column here. If you'll see, ad cost, 0. You don't need to run ads on these. So there's no ad cost. We don't need it at all. And in fact, that's why this is broken, because I copied this from another one. So it's net profit divided by expense. Your expense is actually 0. So your ROI in this case is going to be whatever you make. Like there's no ad cost. The only thing you're spending is your time, really. So if we have a hat, which we do at $29.99, and I'll share this in the forums. I'll put it right below the replay video too. Okay. So if we have a base cost $29.99, which we did, or sorry, sold it for $29.99. The base cost is $12.99. Then our profit is $17. Our ad cost is $0. Okay. So we've got a $17 profit. Now here we go. How many can we sell? If I go just by one, you can change these numbers. So your start is where you're starting. Your increment is how much you want it to go up by. So if I sell, I don't know, 5 hats a day, that's $85. And now let's put one other column in here. Let's actually move this over. Then we'll get to these numbers in a sec. So I want to do this weekly, monthly, and why not go yearly, since we can just easily copy and paste. Make this pretty. And again, yes, I will share this with you. So just follow along for a second. So weekly, so that times 7. And then autofill, yep. And then monthly is that. So this would be your daily net profit times 30, right? Autofill, yep. And then yearly, it would be that times 365. There you go. Oops. Oh, I didn't do my autofill. Crap. Okay, so copy, go old school, and paste. There. So if we just sell 1 hat a day, this would be our net profit. If we do that every month, sold 1 hat a day for a month, sold 1 hat a day for 7 days, 1 hat a day for 30 days, 1 hat a day for 365 days. So let's say you have a goal of, most people always have this goal, 10,000 a month. You need to sell about 20 hats a day in order to hit that. That's what this is showing. Some people are like, no, don't worry about that. I'll take, this is fine. Let me sell 10 hats a day. You're at 5,100 a month, 62,000 a year. Now, the other beauty, and I know we have Canadians in here, is that's all US dollars. So take any one of those numbers and multiply it by the exchange rate. So let's say you're doing, let's go 10, and you're doing 5,100 a month. So let's just copy that. And then if you want a good exchange rate, just go here. USD to CAD. Oh, gotta get rid of the decimals. Doesn't like that in the calculator. So now you're looking at like $1,000 more if you're Canadian, like me. So these numbers are actually all US. Pretty good, right? Now, could you sell 10 a day? Sure. Sell 5 a day? Why not? You have no ad costs. So now my question is, how many tests have you put up? Since we don't have ad costs, why not? Why not launch a bunch? And I'm going to get to something in the third part here where I show you how to launch without launching. That's what I'm calling it. So I gave you that test method, and I hope you guys are using it, and I hope you translated that to more than just hats, hint, 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 because you can really sell anything on Marketplace, okay? It doesn't have to be a hat. Hats are cool. It can be anything. I just sold my fence panels that my neighbor put up the Great Wall of China between our houses because he put a pool in, and we actually like each other too, which is the weird part. But he put up a 7-foot-high wooden fence, and he gave me the ugly side too, which is like totally against fence etiquette. But anyway, I had a beautiful metal gate, like metal fence up, like black painted, hasn't rusted in 13 years, looks awesome. He's like, yeah, I want to put the wall up. I'm like, great. So I could have left mine up and he could have put his on the inside, but it would look stupid. So I listed my fence panels on Marketplace and I sold them for $1,300 yesterday. No, the day before. So people buy so much stuff. It's amazing. Just freaking amazing. There's a ton of it. And when I put those fence panels up, I had about 40 or 50 people message me within the next 6 hours. It was just like boom, 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 boom. So if you have something that hits, and I think you guys have already seen in here too, it hits fast and hard. So if somebody likes what you listed, they're going to contact you right away. If you list something and there's like crickets for like a day, odds are, I mean, I would even say 24 hours after listing, if you have nothing, it means people aren't interested. So you got to change it up. You got to list something else. So that's the cool part though. With this whole challenge, the only thing you're investing really is your time. We don't have any ad costs. So what's to stop you from listing like 100 things in a month? What's to stop you from listing like, 10 a week? I don't do daily goals because I never hit them, but I will do a weekly goal. So just a couple of questions coming in. Well, actually, I'm going to get to the questions in a sec because I want to finish this off. So we've got this. We know what we need. Test-wise, success rate, this stands. So to get sales, we need to test. Success rate, say 10%. So you put up 10 and you get one that clicks. Now, most of you, I know for a fact, have not even put up near 10. Maybe you put up one and then you forgot about it. I'm going to give you a virtual kick in the butt right now to get back on it and do it. Because I know the people who are doing it, and I know the people who aren't. And unfortunately, the people who aren't are far more than the people who are. So if you haven't put up at least 10 tests by now, there's a virtual kick in the butt from me. Please go do it. You'll only help yourself. All right. So now this test budget stuff, we don't need any of this for this. This was for the other challenge. But if our success rate is 10%, and then we know we have to put 10 of them up in order to get one that hits. Now with Marketplace, I think it's even higher than that. I would say it's more like 40% in my experience. So you put 10 up, you're going to get at least 4 of them that are going to get a sale. So by what I've listed so far on Marketplace, it moves so much faster, and it's almost like it's instant. If you get an instant reaction, you know it's good. If you don't get any, you know it's bad. You just move on to the next. So it could be that, with me and my Spelling Bee Champion one, it wasn't really a Father's Day theme. It was more of a funny hat, and that's like, that's funny. But and I'm going to show you, but if I do like, world's best dad or greatest dad ever or that kind of hat, and then put it up there and then say, get this for your dad for Father's Day, I think that will be more, I think it'll do better than just a kind of funny one. Now, funny hats do work, but the holiday related ones do really well because you can say, get this for your dad for Father's Day. So anyway, how much can you make? That's how much you can make. I'm going to share this on the forums for you, so you guys have that too. Now, moving on to part 3. Actually, I'll take some questions down, and then I'll move on to part 3. So part 3 is new suppliers. So will this work with GB Pro? This will work with GB Pro, right? Yes, absolutely. If you have a store, all you're doing is you're promoting your products on your store. It doesn't matter where the store is, Shopify, WooCommerce, GB Pro, that doesn't matter. You could even just use Merch King and have your own free store there. You can use Gear Bubble and you can have your own free store. All right, another question. Tees seem to be hot right now at a decent return. That's the thing. Okay, Beth, I'm glad you mentioned that. T-shirts, right? What's the hardest part about selling a t-shirt online? For us, for people like us, what's the hardest part? The hardest part is the profit margin sucks. Well, sizing too, but the profit margin sucks. It's too small. So if we sell a t-shirt for $20, we make like, I don't know, peanuts. We don't have enough room to even run ads on a t-shirt. Now, with this model, with Marketplace, can we run t-shirts? Yep, because right here, our ad cost is 0. So you can absolutely run t-shirts on here. And somebody did mention that too. Sizing sucks, return sucks for t-shirts. So that's the area where you're going to run into issues. Whereas like a hat or a piece of jewelry or a coffee mug, they're not worried about the size, right? It's kind of, it fits because it's a hat, it's one size fits all, or it's a coffee mug, or it's a piece of jewelry. There's no sizing issues. Whereas a t-shirt, it will happen. It always does, where somebody always buys it too small, and it's usually too small. And then they're like, well, it doesn't fit, blah, blah, blah. But all these t-shirt companies have different sizes, right? Even when I buy t-shirts, even when I buy t-shirts from the same company, I find I get different sizes. And I'm like, okay, I know what my size is, but this doesn't fit at all. So I'll want to return. I bought some off Amazon's the worst. If you go on Amazon, you got to go up like 2 sizes, I find, because they're using like European sizing, I don't know, or like little people sizing, because yeah, Amazon's brutal. And to return a shirt on Amazon is, you can do it, but it's just a pain because you got to get that return label, you got to go to the post office, you got to do all that crap. It's not fun. So t-shirts will work, but just beware of the return. All right, so this I watched a webinar a month ago about software that auto lists as many items as is allowed on Marketplace for drop shipping, but the software was $500 a month. Ooh, I got one right now that's not $500 a month, and I'm actually going to be showing that soon. That will do Etsy and Amazon, and most of you guys probably have it already, but I'll show you guys that soon. What's the name of that software? Let me know. Yeah, sizing returns. Can you just summarize the model? I put it up as out of stock and collect emails and then email them a link. You got it. That's it. So model is pre-selling. So you put it up and then you say it's sold out. In the second one, the second video, you'll see the actual text that I use. So when they respond to you, you can say, here you go. Let me grab your email. I'll send you an email when it comes in, when the supplier gets more stock in. Now, that is route number one. Route number two is just list it directed. When they message you, send them the link to your store to buy it. Because as long as you're comfortable with the amount of shipping time that it's going to take, which leads me right into the supplier thing I'm going to talk about next, it works. Okay. Yep, you got it. You basically summarize the whole thing in one question, in one sentence. All right. New suppliers. Now, Merch King, I actually like them. I'm going to be using them. I have no qualms with them so far. Now, if my hat takes 3 months to get here, then I'm going to be like, crap, that sucks. But there's always alternatives. So whenever something comes up, there's always other things you can do. Never quit though. So here's the first one, and I'm going to show you this. I don't know if any of you guys use this. The main requirement for this one is you need a Shopify store because it runs off an app on Shopify. But these are embroidered hats that are printed and shipped in the US. So awesome. And it's from a guy who does like big time with Shopify. He actually owns this company. So this is one that I installed. Their launcher is very easy to use. Now I'm not going to spend all day going through like launching one, because it's just, you install the app, then you go through the launcher within the app and you launch it on your Shopify store. So there's a couple more steps involved. But what I like is that he's got all different styles of hats that are available. You can see, he's actually got everything, like way more than hats. But you connect your store. They're coming out with these integrations too, with Etsy, which will be huge. WooCommerce, BigCommerce, all these other ones. But it's basically high quality, customized embroidery on demand. So I think this is good. You could pivot if you didn't like jewelry or you didn't like coffee mugs, you could pivot to this and you can make a very nice living just selling embroidered hats. So they have all the products that they'll embroider, but I think the hats is what I'm focused on. They have a mockup generator, right? This is the key. Okay, so US based for fast shipping. So they have more than 90 I guess they use a whole bunch of different suppliers, but I was told it's US based and it will have fast shipping. They have good support, manual orders, all-in-one pricing, so it's flat rate. And here's a sample. So you sell a hat at 30, pay for the hat with shipping of 18, so your profit's 12. There you go, for an embroidered hat, which is pretty cool. You can join by, when you go here, it'll take you to the app store for Shopify, and then you just connect Big Stitchy to your Shopify store. So this will not work with like your Bubble Pro store, okay? And it won't work as a standalone, but it does work with Shopify. So that's option one. And I actually installed this and launched one, and it was super easy to do. Pricing wise, here we go. So they have a free one to get started, which is what I would start with. And then if it's working, then they want to charge you. So that's the downside. I don't want to pay for, well, there's a plus and a minus to this, right? So I can start free and I can get going, and that's wonderful. But I like this gateway. I like this kind of gate because 97 bucks a month means I got to be doing some serious business. What this does right here is once you get up and running with the free one and it's working, this reduces your competition because a lot of people are going to look at that and they won't do it. They just won't. They'll outright refuse to pay anything for this service. So it lowers the competition. So in that way, I like it. And paying $97 a month, I don't like that, but I get it because they have. To me, it means that they have costs and technology keeps changing and they want to have some good support. So I don't mind paying them for that, right? So the barrier to entry is going to be good once somebody scales, but they do have a free version too. So start with the free one and then move to the premium. And then if you want, you have to go up to, if you're making like $5,000 a month, who cares about paying $100 a month to them? Like really, if you're getting a good product, doesn't matter. I wouldn't care at all. So I like it, but I don't like it, but I like it. If that makes sense. Then how it works, very simple. They got tons of products. There's like the mock-up. You add your image, you can add your text, you can put layers, kind of like Photoshop. Your title, your description. You can order samples. So if you order samples, that's actually a good idea because then you can take your own pictures and your own videos and all that stuff. Then you just publish it, it'll list on your store, and then it's like a product on a Shopify store that's auto-fulfilled by Big Stitchy. So very cool. The guy behind it, Cody, is he's done a ton of business online. So I wouldn't go with any tiny company that I don't recommend, that I don't know, or if I get a bad feeling about a company too, I won't recommend them. All right. Oh, on the pricing. 10% discount on all products, right? So on an $18 hat saves you $1.80, easily paying for a $9.7. There you go. Yeah. Yep. Yeah, so right, 65 cents per unit at 150. You're right. Good math. Perfect. So don't be scared of apps on Shopify if they charge, or any app that charges. I think they charge for a reason because they're paying their customer support people too, and they're paying their tech guys. So that's a good thing. If you ever see an app that's like, a lifetime purchase, run, because they're not going to be able to sustain it. I bought, as an example, just a sidetrack here. Do you guys remember? I don't know if you remember this. I think it was called Smart Member. It's from this guy. This guy, Chris Record. He put up this Smart Member program. And it was basically a membership site system. Yeah, there it is. So you would pay $1,000, and I think this guy, when he launched it, he actually did a 50% discount. So it was $500 for the lifetime of this membership software. And it looked really good. Like, it looked awesome. I thought, man, it's doing like everything I wanted in a membership site. This was years and years and years ago. Can't remember. Well, here we go. 2016 was when it happened. So he launched it. It's a tech company, right? So he launched a lifetime version at $500, and like thousands of people bought it for $500. And then basically nobody wanted to pay monthly, and he didn't even have it recurring every year. So it was like one time, one fee, and that company actually went under because he had this huge influx of money. So he hired a whole bunch of support staff and a whole bunch of tech people to support it. All right thing to do, right? But he forgot that, or maybe he didn't. When you do that, now you've got no cash flow coming in to pay all these people long term. And so all your customers that bought for lifetime and are expecting lifetime are now getting nothing. So he actually had to, he must have sold it to somebody else, but that's my little story on never buy anything lifetime, because especially like apps or technology software stuff, because any company that offers a lifetime on an app or software is not thinking beyond the next year when they run out of money. Anyway, I forgot even where I was. Here we go. So that's why I like this. Yeah, that's right. That's why I like the monthly, because it means the company is going to be around longer because they actually have cash flow coming in to pay everybody. So anyway, number 2, Printful. These guys are big old school, and Printful actually has a whole bunch. Now, the thing I don't like about Printful is it is just print on demand. It's not embroidery, but they are well known. They've got tons of experience, but they charge quite a bit, and they don't have embroidery. So if you're stuck, like 1746, it's not bad. I mean, we're at like 17, but with Printful, remember, this is installed through Shopify as well, so you have to have a Shopify store, which is not bad. Oh, right, Gear Bubble was lifetime for me. Okay, so Gear Bubble, isn't the Gear Bubble, the GB store it's recurring annual, isn't it? I thought it was. But Don has built it, like all the integrations are monthly. I guess he did do some bonuses where he did lifetime. Yeah, I didn't like that, but Don's flush with cash now since he got acquired by what's the name? Burge, some jewelry company, which by the way is going to be awesome because Gear Bubble's got so much cool stuff coming in July. Oh my god. I am like giddy. I want to fast forward this calendar because there's going to be so much awesome, like real gold, real silver, like not trinket anymore. Like, you know how Gear Bubble is kind of known for like the lower quality necklaces, which they are. I mean, I love them. I use them. I sold a ton. I'm going to sell 12 tons more because the stuff that's coming in the pipeline is amazing. And that's why Don did it. The guy is smart. Like, he saw other companies really taking off with higher quality stuff, and he's like, oh crap, I guess I better do something. So he did. And we have like just amazing, like, yeah, they're lower quality compared to Shine On, right? That's about to flip. Like big time. Like I'm so pumped because I love their system. I love the guy. I love what he's doing. Been with them for years, and I cannot wait to be teaching everybody this and selling this high quality stuff where, you know, if you put it on Etsy, people are going to be like, whoa, I love this. Like, your reviews are going to be awesome. And oh, it's just amazing. I'm definitely. No, not fake necklace. You haven't been selling fake necklaces. It's just there's levels of quality, right? And Gear Bubble, they started out, and what you pay is what you get. And it's more the sentiment than the actual quality of the necklace. And then Shine On came and said, okay, we're going to step up the game. We're going to go with high quality, which is awesome. And we're going to add engraving, which is cool. And now Gear Bubble's gone to like level 3. And so they've said, okay, quality, here you go. Oh, you want some customization? Here you go. Like, just like, wow. Like, I want to say high ticket jewelry. And I will, because yeah, like gone are the days of having to sell it at like even $39.95. We're talking over 100, 200. Man, just what I've seen and what he was talking about got me super pumped. So I cannot wait. Imagine being able to sell something for $100. That's on the low end, by the way, instead of like 39. And your profit margins just go way bigger, which means you can advertise more, which means you can put more money in your pocket. Yeah, and like it's not plated, it's solid, like solid silver, solid gold. And I had an image of one of the things. I can't remember what it was now. But it's like the solid gold ones where they can put the names of the kids and all that. Like they can actually engrave it on there, and it. I wish I had a picture. You guys have probably seen it. No, it's jewelry. But they can actually customize it with like kids' names right on the front. Stuff like that. But it's gonna be awesome. Anyway, let's go back to this. So Printful. So option 1, big stitchy. Option 2, Printful. Option 3. Let's go to this. Local. Okay. So here's the story too. There's a guy, Keegan Rush. He's huge. He does more volume than any guy I've ever seen in like the, selling these products online, like tumblers and all that. So what he did was he opened up a shop. I think he's in North Carolina or South Carolina. Anyway, he opened up like an office and he brought everybody in there. And next door, I think it was next door, there was a print shop that would like print everything. So he ended up buying the print shop to fulfill for his store or stores, like multiple stores. And now they've taken the office and the print shop that they own and they've moved to a new facility, which is even bigger. And he's got like 11 laser engravers that will do like laser engraving on tumblers or anything really. And he's got it all in-house. So he started, I think, I don't know for sure, but I'm pretty sure what he did was he's went like, okay, I got tumblers and I want to get them engraved. Who can do it locally? I want to have this all local so I can ship right from here and it'll be super fast. People will be super happy. And I have full control of the supply chain. So for us, I look at that and I go, okay, I'm going to go to Google and I'm going to be like, I need to find a local print shop. So there's an embroidery shop, there's Speed Pro. I get a lot of like the apps from Shopify. But if you look, here's London for me. I'm just going to click it. All these shops, I'm going to zoom in, do printing, hat printing. So I got like 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19 that are showing up here under hat printing. If I went like t-shirt printing, I'd probably get even more. But hat printing's fine because if I'm selling hats, then I could take my design and I could call up a shop locally, or well, I can't really go visit them, but I could call them. I could say, hey, I got this design. I need 50 of these made. Can you do it? What price will you give me for that volume? They'll give you a quote and it'll be cheaper than what you can get online. And then all you do is you take the hat, you throw it in a box, put a shipping label on it, and you send it to people. Or if you're local, you have people come and pick up their hats from your house, from Marketplace. So this is where the business morphs a little bit. Now, I don't really want a million people coming to my house to pick it up, so I'd probably do the shipping option. And even if I'm in Canada and I don't have the shipping option on my, Facebook yet, actually, one of them actually did come up and say, do you want to ship this instead? And I was like, no, because I didn't. But in the US, you have shipping option. You could go get, once you find a winner, go get a bunch made, put them in a box, ship them. Now you got a business. You got a real business and you're advertising on Marketplace. Now, if you think it doesn't work, I got a brother-in-law. I got stories galore today. My brother-in-law, he bought a plasma cutter and he does those metal signs and he does like fire pit rings. He gets 100% of his business right now from Facebook. And so it's my sister. She'll post on Facebook once in a while, but she's also posted on the Marketplace. And he'll get orders like crazy from Marketplace. And then he'll just make it and ship it. And it's like, it's perfect. So you can, if you want to go really advanced and you have something that's working and you want to cut your costs and you want to get it out to the people quickly, then start taking in more of the supply chain into under your own wing, which means finding a company that will do it in bulk. These guys, they don't want to do one-off. Well, they'll do one-off, but it'll be really expensive. But if you have like 50 orders, 100 orders sitting there, and you can ship them out quickly, you're going to have happy people on Marketplace, and you're also going to have a lot cheaper costs than you would going with one-off printing. So, yeah, I'm just looking here. Sorry, man, I'm getting distracted big time. Somebody else was pulling up. They went away. Okay, so this is option 3. So local suppliers, just approach them. And print shops do this all the time. They don't care. The more that you can get them to print, the less they'll charge you per unit. So now you're really in control. And this is something that you can expand to. And eventually, maybe you get big enough and you're like, yeah, I got a bunch of orders coming in for this stuff. You get to the point where you're like, how much would it cost to buy your print shop? Like, think that big, because it is possible. And that is what people do. They legit do that. Or think, okay, I've been to this print shop like 4 or 5 times. I've seen their printers. I've seen their supplies. I've seen what they do. Why don't I just buy a couple printers and put them in a little warehouse here and put my office in there too? And then boom, and now all of a sudden I got a real business. Bricks and mortar, I'm selling hats, whatever you're selling. Once you have your own printers, you can really sell whatever you want. But we're focused on hats because it's Father's Day. but everything I'm talking about can apply to anything you want to do. So all these print companies exist for a reason. All right. So I'm going to take some questions on that for a sec, and then I'm going to go to the last part, which is launching without launching. But yes, the metal signs you showed. Yeah, the metal signs. And it's funny because we were supposed to go partners in that business, and I sold one. I'm like, hey, give me a sample. I'll sell it on my Shopify store. And I sold one. It cost me like, I think $110 to get a sale with ads. So I'm like, hey, well, this cost me like 110. And then he turns around and he goes, oh, no, like it's like 110 for me to make it. I'm like, okay, so I just lost money on that. That's great. He wouldn't even give me a deal. I'm his own freaking brother-in-law. Anyway, we're not in business now. Don't do business with family. I support him. I hope he does well, but don't ever do business with family. But the idea of POD is for me not to have to go on ship. Yeah, true. Like I'm a POD guy too. I'm just showing you options. How would payments be handled online? Recommendations. So if you have the shipping option, you would use Facebook payments. If you don't have the shipping option, PayPal. You can use that. In the US, I think there's one. It used to be called TransferWise. Now it's called Wise. And there's a couple other apps in the US that you could use. What about 3-day shipping? You mentioned last week, Facebook rules. Yeah, that's for the shipping option. That's where if you take everything internally, you can definitely blow away that 3-day shipping thing. Yeah, and then boom, all of a sudden you're Don Wilson. Exactly. So how to use the GB Pro on Marketplace? Is it the same process? Yeah, I don't know why people get so fixated on which store platform you're using. It doesn't matter. Like I'm not picking on you. I'm just saying you can make your own store platform and do it. It doesn't matter what platform you're on. So GB Pro is just a store platform. That's it. You can put whatever you want on it. But the hard part is the advertising of the products. It's not the fulfillment in the store side. That's all taken care of for you. So if you have a GB Pro, you bought a nice package from Don, good, use it. So put your products on there. So if you, now it's going to be hard to connect some of these apps to it because you have to have Shopify, but you could still, and I'll show you something here in a second, you could still actually do it. There's a workaround. Okay, so let me show you launching without launching. That might help you out. So if you have GB Pro, you're like, I can't connect this. But you can still list whatever you want. So let's talk about launching without launching. This is how. So right here, place it. Watch this. Since we're online, we don't have to physically have a product made in order to sell it. We can actually just, take our logo and upload it. So if I know, say for this one, okay, when I mouse over, it's 750 by 750, or I want one of it, I don't know, say this guy or this guy with it on backwards, I don't know. Let's look at this one. So they want a 750 by 500 image. So where can we make that image? Well, we could probably make one here. Right here, and I'll do a custom size. What did they say? 750. Create new design. And then I'll go with some text. And I like this one. So I'll go like this. Then I'll just delete this part. I'll move that over. Maybe I'll make this bigger. Or just center it. There, center. So this is very, very rudimentary, but let's get that there. Perfect. Okay, so I've got my design. Download the PNG, transparent background, download. And then I'll put like show in folder here. Drag that to the other screen for a sec. Go back here, and I'm going to click this. And I'm going to insert my image. Upload from your device. where is it? It is D drive downloads. And I could crop it if I wanted, but let's hit crop. See what that looks like. Got my hat. Now I could do a lot of different things here. Say the background, I didn't want one. Maybe I wanted like a black background. I could go like that, or I could make it whatever color I want. I don't know, I like grays. And I could go hat color too. I could change that. Look at that, any color. So if I want to do like a, now make sure you can actually do this color. Otherwise it's not going to work. A little bit darker gray. There. Maybe I'll change the background color again. Lighten that up. There. Then I go download. Processing my mockup. And now what do I have? What do I need to list on Marketplace? I need an image, I need a title, description, and a couple keywords and tags. That's it. So in that time, click here and download. Let's open this. I now have my download to put on Marketplace. Now, I can list this as a hat on Marketplace and I can sell it. So I just launched without launching. So I didn't go to Merch King. I didn't go to Big Stitchy. I didn't go to Printful. I didn't go anywhere. I just made a mock-up. And now I'm going to put that mock-up up as a test on Marketplace. I'm going to see if it works or not. If it works, I'm actually going to produce it. And that's where, like, if I get an order, then maybe I'll go to Merch King and I'll make that hat. And it's very easy to make, right? We know how to do that because we did that in the second training. So you can launch without launching. So that means you can test without having to go through all the steps of actually listing something. Big Stitchy too, when you use them, if you use them with Shopify, you have to actually get the word, it has to be approved. So there's like a 24 to 48 hour period where they look at the design and make sure that it's good before they'll actually, like they want to make sure that they can do the stitching and all that too. So even if I took this hat and I said, okay, best hat ever, it looks very cool. I want to do that print on demand. I'll go Merch King, I'll make one. Or I go best hat ever, I want to do that in embroidery. Well, I'll load that up into Big Stitchy on my Shopify store, and that's how I'll get it made. So when I take orders, I can either send them to my store, or on Shopify, I can put the order in manually myself and I can like drop ship it to them. So I could take the payment from them up front, and then I could do the processing on the back end. So there's a whole bunch of different ways to do this. When you're using the apps, remember, you're doing customer service. When you have GB Pro, you're doing customer service. When you use a platform like Merch King that does hats, they're doing customer service. So now it goes back to all the emails. It's coming from them. Like it's coming from you, but they're actually sending them. I didn't write any of these emails at all. They wrote it all. So that is just how you can, like I said, you can launch without launching. Now, if I go back here to my mockups, I think my actual image will stay. I can't remember. There was a way to upload your mockup. I did it once where I uploaded it and it actually loaded into all these. Now I can't remember how I did it. How did I do that? Just drag and drop it. Nope. There was a way. There is a way. Oh yeah, I didn't center. I didn't center that perfectly, I know. It's off. Yeah, it is off. Oops. I would fix that before I actually launched it. But there's, how did I do it? I remember one time I uploaded a mockup and it just showed on all of them. I'll figure it out. I'll let you guys know. Anyway, to recap what we did today, and I'll take any last questions for you. Progress emails from Merch King make me very happy. They're very good. Even though it's been like a week and I don't have my hat, I feel good about getting it. So I'm a customer, I'm in the customer shoes. So I'm not going to go to Facebook and try and hunt down the guy who sold it to me and be like, where the hell's my hat? You ripped me off, scammer, blah, blah, blah. I don't want any of that. So I'm not going to have to deal with any of that. So I like that a lot. Number two is how much we can make with this. Okay, we went through the spreadsheet. I'll share that with you guys. Use that for motivation too, because if you have a goal, now you know how to get there. You can break it down. All right. Number three is new suppliers. So we got like Big Stitchy, and we got Printful, and we got Local. Each one involves a different thing. So the Big Stitchy and Printful, you need Shopify. For Local, you don't. So Local, say you want to do Local and you want to use a GB Pro store. Well, that's where you would go to the fourth thing we talked about, which is launching without launching. So you literally go here and you make one, and then you go here and you slap it on a hat, then you download that image, and there's your product. Now you're ready to go to Marketplace and test. So now there is literally no excuse for you to not have like hundreds of tests up and running. Anything you can think of, you can make a design, you can make an image, which means you can make a mock-up, which means you can test it on the Marketplace. And if you're burning through a whole bunch of tests and you're not getting anything at all, keep going. Post what you're doing too in the forums. Let me know. Maybe there's something wrong with your hat. Maybe the messaging's wrong. Maybe the text is wrong in the Marketplace listing. It could be anything. But those four things I think are going to help you guys quite a bit. So you now have all the training to get this done and use Marketplace with hats, but now take that knowledge too and apply it to jewelry, and apply it to coffee mugs, and apply it to t-shirts if you want. Just beware of the returns and the sizing issues with any apparel. You're going to get it. So it makes it a little bit harder, but at the same time, everybody buys t-shirts, everybody buys hats. A lot of people buy necklaces, a lot of people buy coffee mugs. So the market is there. We just need to tap into it. And when you hit that winner that actually, like goes viral and people start sharing it with their friends and everything, and you start getting a whole ton of orders, you're going to be like, holy crap, I just hit a gold mine. So I'm going to take some questions. Then we are going to close it off. I do have something big coming in the next one, so I would stick around too. I'm going to announce that shortly in the next challenge. So it's going to be cool, and it's kind of like I'm not going to give it away, but stick around. It's coming soon. So let's go up here. Yeah, the word dad is not centered. No, it wasn't. Which is weird because I did press the center button. Is there a back office area on Merch King where you can place orders like GB? No, they don't have a dropship dashboard. That would be nice, but they don't. So a workaround for that is you could make a listing on Merch King and set it with like to the lowest possible price. And then you go in and buy it and set the shipping address to the person who bought it if you want. Now, I don't know who's going to get the update emails, if it's going to be you or them, but it's just as if they went and bought it, but instead you went and bought it and you had set your price at the lowest possible price. So you're just paying the base cost. That's a workaround you can do for sure. I like seeing what I'm seeing from them so far. I don't get that gut feeling where I'm worried about them not shipping, or taking 90 days to get to them. I think with their follow-up sequence so far, that's impressive to me, and that makes me feel better as a seller. I don't even have the hat yet, but at least I'm getting updates. And I think a lot of the times, 90% of the time, when people buy something online, they're okay if they have to wait, as long as they get some communication along the way. It's if they buy and they have to wait and they don't hear a peep, that's where the thoughts of oh my god, I got scammed, or that starts creeping in their head. And think of yourself as a buyer too. When you buy something on Amazon, how many update emails do you get? You get quite a few, because they want you to know it's coming and they don't want you to refund and they don't want you to be worried about it. I think Merch King and their follow-up sequence, and even Gear Bubble and their follow-up sequence is good. It's really good. Shine on when you use the platform, you get a follow-up sequence. You get it, and the reason you're getting it is just because the buyer wants to hear from you. They want to know you didn't disappear. You didn't take the money and run. All right. So everybody cool with that? That sound good? So your goal, your homework, is to test like a madman or a mad woman. Go nuts with this because it's free. There's nothing to stop you from, and set a weekly goal. So say, you know what? I've been slacking. I haven't done much. I launched one and it didn't work, so I gave up. So Will says do more. I'm actually going to do more this time. I'm going to listen to him. I'm going to put up 10 this week. And you can launch without launching. Do the mock-up like I just showed you. Put that up. If you don't want to go through all the steps and you don't want to have to download images and all that stuff, all you need is one mock-up. You need one image to make it work. And I guarantee you'll get a sale. So, well, I guarantee you'll get a sale if you do the work. If you don't do the work, you're not going to get anything. All you're going to get is shiny object syndrome and it'll be off to the next thing. Don't do that. This works very well. And once we get the shipping option too, man, it just opens up Facebook payments and it opens up shipping options, which opens up basically nationwide stuff. And that's where, did anybody test launching in a different city too? Let me know. Because I listed in 3 big cities and I didn't really get much. And I think it's because the algorithm pushed me down because I don't live there. So here we go. What about Custom Cat? Yep, them too. Custom Cat. Absolutely. They have hats. I think they have hats. They have everything. Custom Cat products, apparel, housewares, accessories, print on demand. Oops. Yeah, they got a whole bunch of stuff. Integrations. They even have an Etsy integration. Products. What? Apparel. There's a hat. Hats. They got them. They even have toques. Well, they got tons of hats. They got like 3 pages of hats. There we go. Distressed unstructured trucker cap, $12.86. That's a good base cost. $11.13. That's good. Brush twill, nice. I think the higher the base cost, the better the quality. Snapback trucker cap, camo. There you go. Ollie cap, 14. There you go. You have a lot of suppliers that you can use in a lot of different ways. Okay. What else we got? Custom Cat tries to be similar to Gear Bubble, I think. Yeah, I think so. Well, I pay for you to give me help, so I should listen. Absolutely. Has great distressed dad hats. Yeah, I just saw that. I actually like that. Where was that? Page 1. Yeah, this one, right? I like that. Oh, look at that baby. It looks worn. I love it. I don't like that one. Not crazy in the green. I like the dark brown though, or the dark gray. I'm colorblind too. This one, is that gray or black? That's black. Black and gray. That would be my favorite. Yeah, you could slap some images on there, make it look very cool. We don't want to use Facebook payments, right? Well, you do and you don't. If you can get that shipped out within 3 days, then you do want to use it. If you can't, then you don't. Now, oh, the other thing. So the workaround, thank you for reminding me. If you use shipping option and Facebook payments, you need a tracking number within 3 days. So the workaround is simply you use like Pirate Ship or something like that, or I think it's ShipStation, one of those shipping companies that can do a print label, and you actually just order an envelope from them, and then you can print like a shipping label, and the shipping label that you print has a tracking number. Inside that envelope, you put the shipping label and you send it to the person right away, and inside it says, hey, thanks for your order. We're going to get it underway as soon as we can. Our suppliers are working hard to get this out to you as quickly as possible. We'll keep you updated, blah, 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 blah. But then you take that tracking number from the envelope and you enter that into Facebook. So you've just kind of done a little gray area workaround of the tracking number. That's what I've seen people do. So that's what you can do if you do want to use the shipping and you don't think you can get a tracking number within 3 days. You just send them like a thank you envelope with a shipping label that has a tracking number. That tracking number is the one that you give to Facebook so that Facebook will release your payments, because apparently Facebook takes a payment from the customer if you use Facebook payments, and they won't release it until they have like a tracking number or until it's fulfilled. I don't even know, because I don't have the shipping option in Canada yet. But when I get it, I'll have more information. But that's what I've seen done, and that's what I've heard is a way around it. But shipping is a bit tricky for Canadian. Yeah, we always, like, I told the wife, like, if I lived in the US, I would already have my own warehouse. I'd have my own factory, my own warehouse. But I'm in Canada and I sell mainly to the US, so to ship from here to there is difficult. And to focus on Canada only, it can work, but we have like 36 million. They have like 330 million. So it's exponentially larger to focus on the US. Anyway, yes, those are great. Denim, right. You got it. So there's a bunch of options for you guys. There's a bunch of ways to go about it. Don't leave, because I've got another wicked challenge coming up. Number 21. Crazy how many we've done. It is coming up. I'm going to announce the topic very soon, and the method. I don't want to give it away right now, just in case I'm changing my mind too. But the next one coming up is going to be solid. You guys are going to love it. And last thing we're going to close with is your homework again. Set a goal, a weekly goal, and hit that goal. Just launch. Put them up on Marketplace. Even if dad is not centered, right? Put it up. Imperfect action beats perfect inaction every single time. So yep, it's not centered. I would still put it up. And if people complain, I'd be like, all right, cool, I'll fix it. But it's imperfect action that you have to focus on right now to get going. And when you click on one that works, you're going to be doing cartwheels. I swear. It's just when I put up my fence panels and I got so many people bugging me, I was like, I can't wait to sell this to get it out of my hair. So when you click on a product, when you get a product out there that people want, you're going to be like, oh, you're actually going to go, man, like, leave me alone. It's almost like that. That's the feeling I want you guys to have. But you're making money, but you're kind of like, leave me alone. Like, this is too much. So, and that's when you can move to scaling. And that's when you can move to paid ads. All right. Thank you, everybody. We will see you very soon on the start of the next challenge, which I will announce on the forums within the next day or two. And I'll get this replay up. And I do have to blur out some stuff like my freaking phone number that I just noticed I put on the screen for about 20 minutes. So you guys have my phone number, but please don't call me late at night because I'll be sleeping. All right. Awesome. Everybody have a good day. We'll talk to you soon. Post on the forums. Let me know. Give me updates on how it's going for you. And if you have any questions, and if it's not working, I want you to post. If you haven't made a sale, I want you to post. If you're not motivated, I want you to post. Like, post. It'll help you out. We'll give you that virtual kick in the butt. We'll give you that virtual high five, whatever you need to get going and get you motivated. All right? Cool. Everybody have a great day. We'll talk to you soon, and we'll see you.